Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? What's going on? Fizzo, JL, Chris, Nick, Trapsin. I'm ignoring Billy. What's up, Semp, Jeffrey, Cat King? How's everybody doing? Romero, any GG finds this month? Nothing crazy. Some huge drops off stream actually for human bot, but nothing on stream has been too. I mean, I've gotten some solid stuff, but nothing like screaming, oh baby. Hello from Russia. Hello back from Ontario, Canada, man. Yeah, GG finds with the Trapsin today. We're going players 7, 200 MF. We're gonna grind out some keys. Hopefully we get a high rune or something. It would be sweet. If I get a high rune today, I'll roll a rune word. That's a promise I've made stream, is that I need, once I get a high rune, if I drop an Ohm, CTA, Cham, Pride, or whatever, so. Hurt to jaw on your gold find barb earlier? Damn, dude, nice. So, my build, just gonna quickly go over gear. Hodo, Spirit, Enigma, Maras, Arax, 1 Ravenfrost for Cannot Be Frozen, 1 SOJ, Mage Fist, War Traveler Boots. And I'm using this 220 circlet that I found. Honestly, I don't need it. Shaco is better, but I don't know. This Sin looks nicer without the stupid hobo Shaco on. So, 2 to Sin skills, 20 FCR, 14 all res, and then I put a perfect topaz in it. On Switch is just CTA and Spirit. Mercenary is kind of the standard Infinity Fortitude G-Face setup that I use. But yeah, we'll rock some players 7 nilly. Hopefully we don't die this stream. She looks better with fewer clothes on. Honestly, no. If you look at the Sin, right? So there she's with the circlet on. Like, I don't think you can argue that she looks better with... I don't know. I don't like the look of Shaco. If Shaco was green, like a 5 NATO or something, it'd look really nice, but... That's what I'm saying. Anyways, that's what I'm sticking with. Or sorry, did I say G-Face? V-Gaze. V-Gaze with the Cham rune. Oh, man. First stream fail. So yeah, Shaco is better. Obviously DR and whatnot, but... 41 to life. That would have been sick. Damage on traps. I'm running full skill inventory of traps. So it is before battle command, 10,000 with lightning sentry, which I don't really use too often. I pretty much almost entirely rely on death sentry. The death sentry is 1 to 3.6, and then a fire blast is 5.8 to 6.8k. Got your man songs off of Pindle. Nice, dude. I don't remember the last really nice Pindle drop I've gotten. Maybe Griffin's a couple months ago. Pindle's like that... I don't know. What's up, Camille? I kind of go through waves of I enjoy farming Pendle and then I take a break. It's been a long time since I farmed Nilly, though. Heading out, Jeffrey. See you later, man. Thank you for popping in for a little bit. What's up, Zuko? Let's go to the Frozen Tundra. What am I doing for Christmas? Just hanging out with my family, my parents, and then my wife's parents. Go see your father, mother. Other than that, just doing some stuff with some friends. Not going too crazy for New Year's. What about you guys? You guys gonna get shit-faced? Healthak is amaze balls for finding goodies. Found a 29... Really? 29% cool damage? Death Fathom? Jesus. I think the best I've ever gotten off of him is maybe like a Towel's Armor. I mean, I've gotten high runes and stuff and really nice bases from like surrounding mobs, but directly off of Nilly, I don't think I've really gotten anything better. There were some snakes there. I don't think gotten anything better than Tal's armor, to be honest. +1 to that would be sweet. If I had 2 plus fire skillers with 12 FHR, I could. I'm debating dropping my Tomb of ID. Just going to Deckard Cain every run. Trapsin is so slow. I don't know, man. She might not be the fastest Nilly killer, but I at least rate her top 3. Cloak of Shadows and Death Sentry, like, this is player 7 Neothak, and you, like, never have a close call. Like, Hammerden's maybe a little bit straight quicker, but I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, I know a lot of people hate, oh, Jackson's getting deleted. I know a lot of people don't like the Trapsin, but in terms of her being slow for Nilly, specifically, I don't know if I can agree with that. She's definitely not the fastest, 100% agree there. But I mean, you pretty much Telestomp, Cloak of Shadows, drop Death Sentry, and then you Fire Blast. Like, I don't know how much easier. I mean, there is a little bit of a delay for the first kill before Corpse Explosion takes off with Death Sentry, but I mean, I don't know, I think she's a solid runner. Oh, uptime counter. Keep forgetting to do that. Thank you for the reminder, Fizzle. Appreciate it, buddy. Chronos. There we go. Better uptime counter. That big a deal? You guys can't see how long I've been streaming for? Joshua Shamrock, it depends on the rest of your gear. And depends on the rune word too. Usually, like, depending on the gear. Ahmed Farouk, thank you so much for the sub, man. First sub of stream. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Thresher's really good for hitting IS breakpoints and having, like, you can use different gear alternatives, but I think the ideal damage per second setup with, like, Infinity is Cryptic Axe and Dario's Visage with an IS Fire Res Jewel and Fortitude. So yeah, really it's situational. But then there's certain rune words where I would probably pick a Thresher. It's really hard unless you give me, like, a specific character build, specific gear. But overall, they're both really good bases. Thresher has lower requirements, though. No, what did you find, Billy? I just need to knock off some normal items and catch up to the bow tie. Good to go. First D key of stream. But yeah, I don't know if I can agree that she's a shitty Neilfat character. I don't think I can agree with it. What's up, Leandro? Giant Thresher's really good too. Super hard base to find though. I think I've maybe found 5 or 6 of them in 2 years, and then I don't even know what the sockets rolled on them. I've never found a 4 open socket Giant Thresher. So can't make like an Infinity ET. I'd love to though. Do I rush my characters in Pluggy using IP games? Everything has been solo self-found, Alexi. I have some of the characters, like the Barb, I used Twinked gear, but it was all solo self-found from my Sorceress. I started a Druid playthrough where I did a normal playthrough of normal. I want to continue that, Nightmare in Hell. Do that as like a series for some of the characters, but everything has been solo self-found. I haven't rushed them, but I have used Twinked gear on some of the characters on playthroughs. Second D key. Give you a shout out to Patrick Phil. Read about Diablo 3 just for story completion. Looked terrible to play. It's different. It's not like a really good successor to Diablo 2, but I don't think it's the worst game ever either. I feel like it gets a lot more flack than what it deserves. There's aspects of it that I definitely didn't like, but there is certain aspects that I actually, I don't want to say enjoyed more than Diablo 2, but like some of it was cool how you could like customize each little skill, like with different changes with the rune words. That was kind of cool. Or the runes, excuse me. But then the fact that you had access to every skill, wasn't a huge fan of that. Like you didn't have to make choices like with the skill tree in Diablo 2. Oh, that guy's fire enchanted. Switched to a couple light sentries. What's the best places to farm for an MF fire sorceress? Eldritch, Shank, Pindle, Ancient Tunnels is really good. You just gotta watch out for the invaders. Mausoleum is really good as well. Mephisto, the Durance of Hate level 3. That's a really underrated area because the Vampire Lords and Trav Council in the Durance of Hate level 3, they can drop a lot of cool stuff. If you want to, you can farm the temples in Act 3 as well. The pits, I guess you could do the Maggot Lair too. I like farming the Maggot Lair with my AFK, there's a lot of snakes here. With my AFK Druid build.
I am overburdened.
Started adding the Flare Jungle. Jam. I'm sure in terms of like monster density, there's a lot of kills, so you could probably drop something in Flare Jungle, but if I was going for like mass monster killing for farming high runes specifically, I'd either do, well, I do cows, but Ravencoal is actually my preferred method for farming at the moment. So he's fire enchanted, so I switched to a couple light sentries. Boom. Do I have a video that shows my AFK druid? I do, Zuko. It's, I have playlists set up on my channel now if you guys want to use them. It's definitely under the build video playlist. I think I called it New Mega Meta Layer Farming Druid. Something along the Lander, you found another Sacred Armor off Pindle? Don't be farming Pindle unless you have TM. Or either that, or then if you are doing it, you can't complain if you drop Templars. Because you know it's coming. What's up, Jeff? Jackson, why are you going crazy, man? Why are you getting timed out so much? Relax. I'm not even seeing the messages that getting sent. TM Mangs and Metal Grid? Damn, dude, I need Metal Grid as well. I hope it doesn't take me ages because I want to... The second I drop Metal Grid, I'm gonna roll Last Wish, and then that'll be my Uber Frenzy Barb setup. I just need to freaking drop it, that's the problem. Ancient Armor. Semite, big fan. Have you ever played Pod? I have played a little bit of Path of Diablo. I heard there's a big like PodCon announcement coming in January or whatever. Be pretty exciting. The next Pod ladder I might play a little bit more than normal. Usually I only mess around on ladder resets, but I might grind around on a little bit for fun. This is a Trapsin, and yes, Mercenaries using Infinity. Trapsin is my preferred method of farming Illithak. Sacred Charge! Damn. ED and attack rating, 4 open sockets. Imagine playing a Battle.net being limited to 1 game per 3 minutes. Yeah, it's one of the main reasons why I don't mind ladder reset for just doing playthroughs or doing like challenges or group things, but in terms of like actually like grinding, I'll never do it again. Not after playing Pluggy. I just can't. I just can't do it. Two lightning skills, 20 FCR, nothing else. Battle.net is dead. A job run is 150 forum gold. I don't really know, like, so was it like 1,000 forum gold for a job in first week? Like, I don't really understand the, Chicken Chaser, I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing, brother? How are you doing? Like, I don't even think I can go back to not using a loot filter. Like, I fought it for the longest time, and then I finally started using it, and I just... Just trying to get Billy on the loot filter train. My loot filter isn't even that aggressive. It's just a few small things are circled out or filtered out. A couple magics have like little purple circles behind them for identifying. Jay! Leon, Claire B. When? Soon, brother. Why no super sticker? Thank you, Jay. How do you cast lower resistance? Do I have the lower res wand on this character? You just need to put it on, just put it on your offhand. Jay, thank you so much. Super chat, brother. I'll go to my, it's actually on my Amazon, I'll show you.
Suck. Also, Claire B. When?
Soon. Does everybody in chat want to see me quit stream right now and play some Resident Evil? Chicken!
I like loot filters, but I wish there was a popular D2 YouTuber who made a video explaining.
Yeah, I wish there was too.
One.
Wasn't me.
Also, I heart Hodos, Billy.
Okay, so thank you so much, Chicken. Thank you, Billy. Or sorry, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Chicken. Okay, so 2 questions. One, how do you do low res on with the jabs on? So you have to shop for something like this, and you just put it on your offhand, right? So I guess I'll just do a shank run. I don't even have the hotkey set up, so you just go like that, and you just cast it. You go to your main hand and then throw your javelins or whatever. That's how you do that. How do I save and exit so fast? I have a hotkey macro. It's a video on my channel. If you go to my playlist, you go to the setup guide playlist one. It's in there. It's just a single hotkey that executes enter and H for me really quickly. Exclamation macro. There we go. Thank you, Jordan. So I just hit my macro. It's enter and H for me, and then it just helps me cycle games quicker. Jay, super sticker! Love me my super stickers. Thank you, brother. What's up, Peter? Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. And a D key. Charges spawn on wands. I'm sure that you can find them, like identifying them. It's just going to be cheaper. Or it's gonna be, sorry, excuse me, cheaper. It's gonna be far quicker to just shop for one from a vendor. I believe you can buy them as early as Act 2 or 3 in Nightmare, I think. But based on the level, I think it's level like, it's something like 40 or something as level 1 charge, 60 something as level 2 charge, and then if you're level 93. I believe it is, you can shop for a level 3 charge, so it's just a longer duration and more minus res, but Sorry, I know the chat's no longer on stream solely because of YouTube's new streaming room. I can't get it to work. YouTube basically just made a monumental piece of fucking garbage live stream room and broke a bunch of streaming features. The Bambic, it's Act 2 Drognin? Okay, alright, thank you, Jay. But I do know it is level based, so I believe it is 93, you can get level 3 charges. YouTube wants to destroy itself? I have no idea. They marketed and advertised it as like the greatest thing ever, and they added like 100 new features, and I used 2 of them. And then it broke like 5 or 6 like commonly used things I used on the previous stream room, so it did unfortunately break a lot of things. But I'm in such a fucked up position is because do I choose to just completely abandon YouTube altogether and start streaming on Twitch? I can do that. There's way more competition. And I'm a lot smaller on Twitch. Don't really get much viewership on Twitch to begin with. Or do I just suck it up and deal with YouTube as it is? Hard to say. Kind of in a... I didn't anticipate YouTube screwing everything up. Later, JL. Have a good one, buddy. Thank you for tuning in. It just sucks that I'd have to start back from square one with like 10 viewers again, which is just, I hate it. It'd be nice if there was just a way to talk to YouTube. Just ask them to fix some of the things. Does MF affect key drops? It does not. The only thing it does is player's difficulty setting. So going to player 7 is going to maximize the odds of getting keys, or players 5 or players 3. MF has no bearing on key drops whatsoever. It's just nice to have a little bit of MF for the chance of getting something. Joshua, what's up, buddy? I'm not sure. I think it'd be a huge drop, Kurt. And since I still make YouTube videos as it is, I think it might be best to just suck it up and deal with it. Oh! Snake Cloud. Going with 600 MF on your sorceress and you get lower items and you were 300 MF. Yeah, more is always going to be better. There's just... the drop rates are so small that it's really... you only start to get like accurate data on MF getting drops when you get into like thousands and thousands of MF runs. Because if your odds of getting an item, if it's from like 1 out of 100k versus 1 out of like 90k, and you do like 500 runs, you're not gonna notice a difference. Know what I mean?
I can't carry anymore.
Can you stream on both simultaneously? You can't. You can if you're not an affiliate on Twitch, but I'm already an affiliate, so it's not an option. Plus, I'm not sure if the partner... I'm also in the partner program on YouTube. I don't know if YouTube even allows it. I mean, for the most part, I think I have kind of a handle on the new YouTube streaming room. I mean, I don't like it, but I just don't have a chat on it anymore, which... it's not the end of the world. I just don't have a chat, and yeah. And I don't have a credit scene anymore. You literally gave job runs to new players? You on Battle.net, brother? Kevin, why do I play solo? There's a lot of reasons why, to be honest. Nate Moon! What's going on, buddy? It's the Moon Man. Do I play Path of Diablo? I played a little bit, mostly just like ladder resets and stuff. I'll see what this PodCon announcement is, and if it's something crazy, I might do some Path of Diablo streaming. YouTube chat doesn't work anymore, or chat doesn't work anymore because of the new YouTube stream room, Nate. So I just don't rock one. I just have the event feed for new subscribers or donators or whatever. Can't get it to work, so. Did I get Neelathak? Must have. What's up, Billy? Semet, how do you donate? There's two options. There's like a little money button at the bottom of the chat if you want to super chat. Or you can send a donation through Streamlabs, through PayPal. Or you can become a member too. There's 3 different ways actually. Oh, unique amuleta. Two years, still no SOJs? If you've gone 2 years without an SOJ, go farm Nightmare Andy. Just do 1,000 runs. You'll get one. At least one. 2 fucking years without an SOJ. Jesus. I've gone 2 years and found 5. Don't panic. Thank you so much for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, don't panic. 20 years you never found a Mara's? Jesus, I hope that's not me with Metal Grid. At least the cool thing about Metal Grid is, or sorry, Mara's, is you can get a better caster amulet. Gotta collect the materials. Jay, what? Sacred armor!
If you love Billy like Billy love hose toes.
Billy love what? Sacred armor, 3 with sockets! Ah, oh, should I roll Enigma in that? That's not a good base though, it's got horrible defense. More like a superior. It is 3 open sockets though. Today's drops, check my Twitter. I don't understand their thinking when you compare this to like an Archon plate. I don't know if I even have one. Shared stash somewhere. Road there.
Not in town.
Gotta be superior. Superior, 3 open sockets, then I roll Enigma in it. What's up, Sahil? I'm doing good, man. Thank you for asking. How are you? Nicholas, you found one a few days ago? Why you do me like this? Tell me this. Map looks much better than mine. I always had the same static map every time, Edward, just because it's single player. There's only like a handful of. There's 3 different three different maps, like from the Halls of Pain waypoint to the Halls of Vought. There's only 3 different ways it can spawn. Could be because I'm using Glide Wrapper, maybe? Struggle to see the map on your screen. Maybe there's options in the... I don't know. Maybe it's in your auto map options? Yeah, it could be, yeah, like Nate said, it could be maybe potentially Fade. Oh, double key. Sick. What are you saying, chicken? Stream more before the holidays? I won't be streaming Not on Boxing Day or Christmas or anything like that. I might fit 1 or 2 more streams in. I'll have 2 videos before the new year. Be it.
You should stream more over the holidays. Never got to watch naked before. Could get used to this.
What? What the hell are you talking about? Naked Claire nude mods, Resident Evil 2. Got the Julietta. Spam Mike Hawk. Ah, I just said it again.
Salutations.
Just said it again. Ooh, Marshall Lee. TMI, brother. TMI. I will be streaming Resident Evil 3 Nemesis the day that it comes out, and I'm possibly debating streaming it on YouTube. Because why the fuck not? On the same run, Lemon? The same run. You found a jaw rune and a low rune. Holy crap. Thank you, TWG. Appreciate it, man. Means a lot to hear that, dude. What GPU am I using? 1060. Ryzen 1600, 1060. Nvidia, nothing crazy. I'll be upgrading before Diablo 4. I was looking at, I really like the Ryzen 3700X, and then possibly like 1060 or 1070 Super or something like that. Maybe 1080. Oh, fuck. A player difficulty setting, we're player 7, 200 MF. Mark got wrecked. Hardcore? No, softcore.
Yes.
I was looking over at chat and I basically teleported and got locked in the snakes. Took some bugged poison cloud damage. What's up, Overdrive? I would never I would never do anything other than a playthrough hardcore. I would never Holy Grail, because I've had so many close calls from. I really try and focus on a lot of stuff that's going on in chat and interacting and not paying full attention to the game. Just the thought of losing everything from trying to answer somebody's question, can't do it. Rockin' Ryzen and 1060 to play D2. Well, I wanted a solid computer for video editing, right? That's pretty much the reason why. And I want to get a bit better at PC so that I can stream some newer games for variety as well. Plus Diablo 4, I know that my current setup can play. Like, I just know it'll be able to play Diablo 4 fine. Streaming it, though, might be better to just upgrade. What's up, GT? Edward? Jay! With the...
Mike Fox small pat ma groin, please.
Jay! Lots of D keys, though. What am I doing with the keys, Durkin? We're gearing up for Ubers in January. Gearing up for some Ubers. And that's like, what? Yeah, 8 destruction keys already so far this stream. What's up, Cam Squanch? I feel like I butcher your name every time, buddy. Cam Squanch. Crazy Horse. You wish me a 2020 full of fathoms? Thank you, dude. Thank you for the super and the good wishes, man. Edward Duplantis. Coming in with a big D Gang membership as well. Thank you, Crazy Horse, and thank you, Eduardo Duplantis. Thank you, brother. Welcome to the Big D Gang. And I do need a Dust Fathom, Crazy Horse. Need one bad, brother. Thank you so much, guys.
BB, I wish you happy 2020 full of fathoms. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Jack, buddy, can you watch the language in chat, man? I can sub to your YouTube channel. I'm just not going to do it in the middle of my stream, okay? I can do it later, but not in the middle of my stream. What's up, Ty? Come on, buddy. And we are racking up D keys like no tomorrow. Matt Campbell, I'm doing good, man. How are you? Thank you for asking. Ten D keys. What's up, Izuldar Games? How's it going? Have you tried to kick her for... I have not, man. This is like, as soon as I've farmed with Wind Druid, messed around with Fire Druid, Fire Sorceress and Lightning Sorceress, and Blizzard, like when I was poor right at the start getting my keys. So far, like Trapsin's been my favorite kind of go-to setup, and I kind of haven't veered from it since. Matt, I might have missed your... Oh yeah, I'm doing good. Might have missed your message. I'm doing good, man. Thank you for asking. What's up, Drula? Can I say... No, I can't. I can just tell you right now, I can't say it. Right on, Edward. Got your pluggy and glide wrapper set up. Good shit, man. Thank you so much for the membership again. Got some somewhat viable single player hammered in, missing a few things. Looking forward to the real gear. Right on, dude. You walking hammered in at the moment? Or the sorceress? Chris Stokes. Love these midday streams. Much
Love
better
these
than work.
midday streams. Much better than work.
For sure, brother. Just don't tell your boss that. Camp Squanch, I'm going to do Ubers in the future. I just want to, probably January. It won't be this stream. I just want to kind of stockpile some keys. I can always switch up and do some Travinco after if we get a crap load of keys. Actually see what I have. Oh, 1, 2, 3. We'll try and fill up for all these. Then if we have to, we'll switch to 200 FC or Lightning Sorceress, and we'll do the Summoner. They have or 5 torches so far. Matthew! Go Leafs, go!
Go Leafs, go!
Think they're gonna do it this year, man? Go all the way? I was over at my parents last night and they were rambling on about how they sat Nylander, Nylander, whatever. They were happy about it. They really don't like him. If you want to do lower Kuros, just do player 7, Dr. Drula. Players 8, there's no difference in rune drops, and the monsters are just like stronger and harder to kill. So if you have like doom apes that spawn in your like one of your huts randomly, depending on the map seed, it's just easier if you do it player 7. You're gonna do less damage to you. What's up, Warlord? Athlete 23. Maiden Javelin. Trapsin is, yeah, she's my favorite Neolithek runner, hands down. Safest. My favorite, though. Tried Wolson? I have not tried it yet. I did D3. I want to do some great Earths on D3, and I want to do some PoE as well. I sifted in a variety ARPG games. What's my view on Barack Obama? I don't follow American politics enough to really say like what I think or don't think about him. What's up, Desk Clan? LA Java is nice for Neolithek. 99 FCR setup. Like, I'm not even following the impeachment of Donald Trump. I don't even know why he's in there, or if he's going to get booted or whatnot.
What's up, EB?
Yes, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Not a whole lot, man. Just grinding some D keys. Sahil, it's on the screen there, just above the auto tab. It's players 7 200 MF. Who is the Canadian president? We have a prime minister, but it's Justin Trudeau. Same thing though. Prime minister, president, same thing. Other Deke. Warlord! Merry Christmas. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas, DB.
Thank you, Warlord. I appreciate it, buddy. It means a lot. And Slow Roll, am I going to call him Black? I'm just going to avoid that altogether. Call him Blackface. If you guys want, you can Google why he's called Blackface. Because he actually did it. How cool is it where I live? It's like plus 3 or 4 right now.
Hello.
Best place to farm SOJ. Technically, it's Nightmare and Dariel. Hell and Dariel is slightly worse drop odds for an SOJ, but she can drop a whole slew of other things. So I would suggest farming Hell and Dariel, unless you already have all the base gear and stuff, like Shaco, and you're hell-bent on getting SOJ. Then I would go do a quest-bugged Nightmare Andy farming. It's up to you. You'll have to make that decision. That's cold as fuck, Jordan. Plus 4 is cold as fuck. Lemon. Merry Christmas, DB. Go Leafs, go. Only boomers and dum-dums hate.
Merry Christmas, DB. Go Leafs, go! Only boomers and dum-dums hate William Nylander.
I don't follow the Leafs enough to comment on Nylander if he's good or not. I just know that my parents hate him. That's all I can tell you. They think he's overpaid and they think he's a baby. But then my parents are biased and they're like tough guy hockey players. But thank you, Lemon, for the super chat. Thank you so much. David Brevik president? I don't think he'd have any interest in that. Would you guys vote for The Rock if he ran for president? Ran as a Democrat? Yeah, we use Celsius, man. Fahrenheit is... Celsius just makes sense. 0 is the freezing point, not like whatever 150 is your freezing point or whatever it is for Fahrenheit. Fucking things, man. Harpies are... hate them. May as well use the metric system. Okay, I will give you guys that. For construction, the Imperial system is better. I will give you that. But for temperature, Fahrenheit sucks. Saying it. I'm fucking saying it. The Rock is a little bitch. I don't know if I agree with that. I wouldn't say that to his face. If you would say that to his face, then more power to you, but I would never say that to his... The only way, in my eyes, the only way somebody's a bitch is if you could say to their face, you're a bitch, and get away with it, then they're a bitch. I mean, that's why I say it to Naymoon all the time. I mean, Naymoon's a bitch, but... I'm just joking, brother Nate. Just joking, brother Nate.
Christmas dono train, brothers.
Warlord! Man, you guys are paying for my Christmas presents. Did I set my cube to ground into your BH figure? I don't know what that means, Nate. I have started using the command to drop stuff out of the cube quickly. Wola told me about that. I didn't realize that control and right click you can throw stuff onto the ground, but I don't know I don't know if that's what you mean or not. Yeah, so I've been using it on and off. Sometimes it's just habit that I just throw it onto the ground normally, but Kashawaha! Dude, thank you so much! Alice, yes, I'm finally running a filter, brother. I wish I did it ages ago.
Let's get this train going. Smiling face with sunglasses, thumbs up.
Thank you, Josh. No more missed Death Fathoms. No. We got loot filters now. I was really anticipating massive backlash from using a loot filter, because there's some other streamers who used it in the past, and then chat just laid into them, and they ended up switching back to not using a loot filter. Yeah, I've had like one person say they don't like it. Nobody else cares, so... Like, fuck, I should have done this ages ago. What items left on my Grail, Marshal? If you click exclamation Grail, you get my remaining list. I haven't updated it to include Stormlash or Schaefer's Hammer yet. So it's actually 2 items less than what you see. Yeah. Jordan. Oh man, dude. Thank you so much.
Choo choo bro Tato chip.
I don't know what to say, guys. Thank you. Oh, look at that. Shooting Jimmy's in chat. Spreading the hate. Classic Johnny. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Kyle.
All aboard the Dono train. Locomotive, let's spread some holiday cheer.
Thank you, guys. Getting D keys like no tomorrow, Jimmy. Okay, I need to keep those crafting. Trash Minky, go to my YouTube playlist. On my setup guides thing, I have a recent video on installing the glide wrapper graphics, like modifier or launcher or whatever for D2. And I do play window mode, but I play in an expanded square that's like 1260 by 980 or whatever. So it is window mode, but it's really big, and you can see exactly what I'm using. But I don't play in the tiny 800 by 600 square. That's for crazy people. Daniel Dolan! Thank you so much for the membership, man. Make sure you new members join the Discord and connect your YouTube to Discord for ranking. Warlord. What's your favorite Tim Hortons commercial? You guys want me to sing for you? I don't have a song picked out though. Never colored, man. Never get fucking colored. Druid pelts anymore. Warlord and Daniel Dolan, thank you so much for joining the Big D Gang and the Super Chats, brothers. Spam those DB lol emotes.
If I get 10 people on the Dono train, sing for us, smiling face with sunglasses.
Oh, it's somebody mentioned about Top Gun 2. I am so fucking pumped for that movie. They better play Danger Zone. Fucking better. Jimmy's! Man, you got a kid. Don't donate. Save your money for your kid. Brand new baby. Thank you, dude. Thanks for providing all the good times in D2. Still, DB. Mike. Oh, jeez. Your blah 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 really thanks me? Oh, God. Kringleberry, Jimmy's, and Daniel.
Thanks for all the content. Merry Christmas, man.
Thank you, guys. Means a hell of a lot. Thank you.
My 22 United States dollars, your Kanaki dollars. Go Blackhawks.
If you gave me 2 American dollars, I think you gave me $3 Canadian. Thank you, man.
Thanks for providing good times on D2. Still DB. My cock thanks you as well.
Canadian dollars. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Ian Cassie, thank you so much for the sub, dude. Oh, he's Fire Enchanted. Switch to Light Sentry. Wow, guys, that was quite the donation train. Thank you so much, man. It's all going into new countdown timer, be right back timer, and stream ending shit. So thank you so much, guys. All getting dumped back into stream. And some computer upgrades, too. We might re-roll, so I may have 100 perfect gems so I can re-roll. Crotch cam? Yeah, you got it, man. Charles, no, I never missed a Death Fathom. I missed a Wind Force, though. I got a video recapping that highlight if you want to check it out. It was literally worst case scenario bail run. Really bad luck. Take my wife out to Wendy's. She's obsessed with Wendy's, actually. Spicy chickens. It's her favorite fast food. What's the best melee class for PvM? Oh, good question. Fuck, I would probably say Zealer first. Depending on where, either Frenzy or Whirlwind Barb next, and then maybe third Fury Druid. Like, it just depends. Like, if you're talking Ubers, Frenzy Barb is king. I guess Smiter is melee too, but that's more for Ubers. Whirlwind has AoE, Frenzy is just fun, Fury Druid is fun as well, can do Druid, or can do Ubers. Alice! Why you guys want a crotch cam so bad? Jeez. Gonna have to buy 1080p high def crotch cam.
Crotch cam FTW.
Oh my god, man. I think that was just a Rondash, Marshall. Was it a Sacred Rondash that I missed? I already have a 45 all-res Sacred Rondash. That's 4 open sockets. 35 F-Star Spirit from H-Gen. So, hopefully I didn't miss something crazy. Palace, thank you so much, man. Stefan, you got a Metal Grid off of Mephisto? Lucky you, man. Not me. Yeah, see, I have 0 experience with the Kixen Alton, so I can't really... I didn't even come to my mind about using a melee character. Or for... Like, I know you can do Ubers with the Kixen. What's the area level? I believe the Halls of Vod is area level 84. But Neelathak himself can drop every item in the game. Just has very low drop odds. He's more just for farming, targeting key. Technically, Zuko, yes, Nightmare Meph is better for Hawes, but it's that same argument of like SOJ, who's better, Nightmare Andariel or Hell Andariel. Hell Mephisto can drop like Arachnid's Mesh and a whole lot of other really nice stuff that pretty much all that's valuable that's going to drop off of Nightmare Mephisto is Aussie, Viper Magi, Hawes, Ribcracker. I mean, there's a few other that if you're really desperate for Hawes, you could go back to Nightmare Mephisto. I personally wouldn't, but again, up to you, it's your call. You gotta rack up keys like crazy, though. What's up, Taryn? Good luck. Thank you, man. Need it. Toby's streaming right now? Is he streaming World of Warcraft? I don't know, man. That game just... people don't... It's the same way when I stream, like, Twitch. Like, Twitch, I have, like, 20 to 30 viewers. Really bad day, I have, like, 10 viewers on Twitch. Just is what it is.
Overburdened.
You're top 5 in the world, Jimbos, and streaming right now? God damn, dude. For the love. You streaming a game you never heard of? I was able to first D3 stream ever. I think I held like 250 average, which was pretty crazy. But then the couple after that were like 150. So it fell a little bit doing D3. Largely based on the game you're playing. You ever seen guys like Shroud that they stream like Call of Duty? They'll have like 30,000 viewers and then he streams a different game and you might have like 5,000. It's the same thing. It's just like amplified numbers. You think for somebody who was the second biggest on Twitch and then he went to Mixer and then I read a Dextero article, news article on him, he only had like 17% of his Twitch followers followed him over to Mixer. And everybody else was just like, ah, screw him. So it's really, I don't know, cutthroat, I guess. LL, can I show you my trapper gear? Yeah, I'll go over it really quickly. If you go back to the starter stream, you can see what I'm using, but Heart of the Oak, Spirit, War Travelers, Ravenfrost, SOJ, like I said that already, Mage Fist, Rex, Enigma, and then I'm using Mara's in this 220 caster circlet that I found. Honestly, Shaco's better. I'm just using it because Assassin looks better with the circlet than Shaco. And then MF and Fire Res Small Charms with full inventory of Trapsin Skillers. That's pretty much the gear, buddy. Shaco is definitely better. DR, more MF, more life and mana. Just the Sin looks a lot better without it. Yeah, Ravenfrost is cannot be frozen because attack speed determines how fast she can lay down traps. So if she's cold, she can't throw down traps as quickly. Then the FCR is important because you want to hit a remotely decent teleporting breakpoint as well. Nope, no Geed's Grand Charm. Just full skillers. I don't really think Neolithac's drop odds are so shitty that I don't think 240 MF versus 200, I don't think it makes a big difference. Fireclaw Druid, thoughts for hardcore. Put a Chamarin in my crappy circlet? Oh god. I haven't really played around a lot with the Fireclaw Druid. I know that with really GG gear, it can crush Ancient Tunnels. The issue is fire immunities. That's the biggest problem. How's the damage? 10k Lightning Sentry, 3.5k Death Sentry, and then 7k Fire Blast. But most of the work is honestly done like Fire Blast and Corpse Explosion from Death Sentry. Because I really kill an Neolithak with Fire Blast, just the traps just kind of clear the room up for me. Long live Corpse Fire. What's your circlet, Nate? Well, I could, yeah, like I could. If I found like some crazy Sin Claws, like I have this claw, which I was debating using it. Like I was debating fucking around. I have this claw. 2 to Sin Skills, 40 IS, 2 to Death Sentry. That would give me a little bit better Death Sentry, but I don't think it'll make a difference. And then I could, yeah, none of these, or that's, I don't really use Light Sentry. But then I'd have to switch my gear around to hit 102. Use like a Caster Amulet and swap out my Hodo, lose a bunch of res, all to gain 1 extra point for Death Sentry versus the 3 for Hodo. Not really worth it. The base is, I don't even know what the best Sin Claw base is, to be honest. I don't even know what it is. I've gotten a Jaw Rune off of surrounding mobs, but I haven't... Like, Talrash's armor might be the best direct drop off an Neolithak. Martian, my favorite location for farming Jaw Rune would, Travinco probably, my favorite spot. Yeah, I will absolutely be playing D4 the day that it drops. Oh, he's cold. When he's Fire Enchanted, I switched to Light Sentry.
I am overburdened.
Really good combo. What's up, Pussies? What's going on, man? Never actually played the assassin. I've only messed around with the Trapsin. I'm not a big Sin player. Leveling your paladin? Nice, man. No enigmas yet. Just lots of keys. I might actually switch to the sorceress and farm some more hate keys. I found so many. What's the best rune you've got in LL? I've never played around with the Whirlwind Assassin either. I don't have a decent base to make chaos. Gustav, diehard Druid player? Oh, he's immune to fire and lightning. I don't think I've ever run into that combo before. Lightning immune and fire immune? Or did my Merc die? No, he didn't. Okay. He was fire enchanted and lightning enchanted. For immunities to both. Kozakon! It's gonna be one of the last streams, buddy. I'll probably stream once or twice more. I'm assuming one uses like the proc, like the Phoenix Strike proc or whatever, amateur. The other is just purely kicks. Then again, I don't PvP and I haven't played anything other than Trapsin, so... You love Diablo 2, but you sick Wyatt? What does that mean, Manu? You mean to say I suck? What's up, Drew? Joe, go to Exclamation Grail, click on the link Nightbot gives you. You'll see all my remaining items. I believe it's actually... I need to update Stormlash and Schaefer's Hammer on that list, but I believe it's either 10 or 9 items left. Kozakon, you love Trapsin player? Bullshit. I did. I found Schaefer's. Off stream for a human bot project, which I'm only like 40% into the runs. I played D2 during its prime. I did, but I played it all solo, self-found, single player because I grew up on a farm without access to the fucking internet. Believe it or not. I never got to play BattleNet or any of the crazy dupes like Aussie Rings, any of that shit. Never got to experience it. Good old farm internet story. I think there might have been like 2 people in my entire high school that didn't have internet, and I was one of them. True fucking story. Am I on my phone at work today? Not today, buddy. Got a 75 Fury Druid that's stuck in hell. Have you... Doing an untwinked Druid, Fury Druid is gonna be a bitch. But if you have a Reaper's Toll Mercenary, that'll help you with physical immunes. Or I guess you could use Atmos Scarab too. Or mess around with a teleport staff and try and run around and avoid everything. It'd be way easier to do a Wind Druid untwinked. You grew up like a refugee in your hometown? Where was your hometown, SG? Did anybody watch I watched last night with my wife, that movie with Chris Hemsworth, when they sent like that squad of like 10 people to go in and provide air support during the first like Afghan invasion or whatever. Really good movie. Highly recommend it. It was really good though. I forget the name of it. It's you'll see it. It's like just dropped. There's also that really cool Ryan Reynolds movie that I want to see. Netflix movie. I have not seen the new Joker. I think that Netflix is making like a really strong push at like squeezing out the movies, because it's like some of their top tier Netflix movies now are like easily rival anything you see in the box office, and then you don't have to go pay, you know, $30-40 to get 2 movie tickets and 2 pops and 2 popcorns. What the heck? Oh, that's why. Exactly, yeah.
Hello.
But it's just too expensive to go to the fucking movies now. Way too expensive. It's $80 for you? Usually it's around like 45, 50 if it's like the pop and popcorn candy chip combo for 2 people and 2 movie tickets. I don't know what you're buying for 80, but shit, even regardless, it's like close to $50. And then if you go and the movie sucks. Why didn't that roll F? Oh, it's War Spike. I thought that was War Pike. Tickets, snacks, and stuff at Cineplex. How much stuff do you buy though, man? Dillip, yes, it's single player, buddy. Like, what all do you buy to get up to 80? Crazy, man. Yeah, that'll probably be in the new year, do stuff when I do that. What are you talking about? Pay $2? You're talking about membership? Pay $2 a month to watch my streams. Right on, dude. I'm glad you've got a lot of help from my videos. Dilip. You know, I gotta admit, I don't think I've ever met somebody with the name Dilip before. That's an interesting first name, man. Fire enchanted. Recommend a show called Dark. Have you guys seen V-Wars? I watched that series with my wife. Didn't really start to get good till like the very last episode. Would I do Israel runs? Never. Horrible idea. Israel runs. Right at the end, the finale, when he was like doing the chin-ups and he's like turned into like a fucking warrior or whatever, that was when I was like, oh, fuck yeah, and then it was season over. It's Vampire Wars. The V stands for vampire, Drew. V Wars. Sure, Levy. You can post it. Moderator will have to allow it. Go ahead, ma'am. V could stand for a lot of things, yeah. Virgin Wars. Do I play other games? I sure do, BH. Stream a lot of them on my Twitch. But I think I might be switching to streaming some of the variety games on YouTube, to be honest. But I want to do some PoE, Diablo 3, definitely Diablo 4 when it comes out. But I do like some other game titles like Resident Evil, some old school classics like Sonic, games like that. I play a whole variety of different games. Did anyone figure out how to plug in with friends? There is a guide on that, on how to do that, and the links and guides of the Discord taking. But definitely don't mess around with your shared stash. Like I think it's recommended to disable it or not use it, and make a backup of your character files before you do it. And make sure everybody's on the same version of Pluggy. Make sure you're all on version 11.02 or 10.10 or like 10.00. Just make sure you're playing the same version of. Mama quit D2 for PoE. Did he actually quit, or did he just take a temporary break and it just wants to do it for variety? Because there's a big difference there. Big difference between the two. And just because somebody plays a different game for a little bit doesn't mean that they're actually like quitting it. There's that also. Got a Ryzen 5 3600 and RTX and 2060. Nice, man. I have Ryzen 1600 and 1060 video card. I don't have a crazy PC. Yeah, so he's not quitting. He's just doing something different for a little bit. I don't want to do it, man. There's so much time invested for doing Bishibashi. I'd maybe do normal Cold Crow to try and knock off some of the normal items that I'm missing. That's one of the biggest reasons, guys, like people suffer from burnout is because they feel like from their audience that they're forced to play specific games. Like Ryu went through D2 burnout, right? So just because somebody switches games for like a month or 2 months or something doesn't mean that they're quitting. Who comes up with what names? Brandon, I have no, I've never played LAN before. I don't see why you can't do it. Are you asking about LAN on Pluggy? If you're just doing it for fun playthrough for LAN, I would just do it on Battle.net. Horizontal! Super sticker! Super sticker! I love them. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Love those. What's up, Matthew? Merry Christmas. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. And where are the GGs at? You could deal with the fighting, but the lack of space in the game is... Oh, yeah. That's one of the reasons why... Like, people are like, oh, why don't we battle, or Magic find a Battle.net, grind on Battle.net. I won't do it because I'm so used to how nice it is having all the quality life changes with Pluggy. Playthrough's Battle.net's fun, but hardcore like grinding like this and MFing and muling keys and stuff like that, never. I'll never do it again. I used to spend more time muling than I did actually playing Diablo 2 when I played on BNet. You have to do it through Hamachi? Tabaski at a LAN? Oh. But if it's just a LAN party for fun, like, aren't you guys just doing like a playthrough? Probably don't need the extra shared stash. Okay, good luck at work, Lazy Beast. White Polar Boss, though? God, good luck. Did I play D3? I did. I did a blind playthrough through the campaign for the very first time ever. I just finished it last week. I played with the Barbarian. It's fun. I enjoyed it. There's aspects that I like about D3 and aspects that I didn't like, but overall, and definitely I can say I enjoyed myself. I don't think the game deserves all the hate that it gets. If Pod had a shared stash of Pluggy, yeah, I don't like... I like a lot of the changes they made in Pod, but I don't like all of them. But overall, yeah, Path of Diablo is amazing. Jordan, what's wrong with YouTube? Freezing out on you? Charming person! Another super sticker, thank you, buddy. 40 rubles, that must be Russian, right? Changes are my least favorite in Pod. I don't like the Enigma nerf. And some of the changes I think make the game really spell spammy. So like no cooldown on a fire druid. Like when you're spamming Volcano, it's just you can't even see what the fuck's going on. There's just so many. And some of those changes, like when I was doing the pod riffs, whatever they're called, when I was doing that on stream, I couldn't even see what the fuck I was killing. Because there was just a shit show of everything everywhere. But I do like some of the balancing changes, like that they made in like changes to rune words and like the Wisp Projector Ring with that aura that gives you enhanced elemental damage. Like that is really cool. There's definitely a lot of changes that I like. The new declone thing is really cool as well. And there's definitely changes that I don't like. Mr. D, Diablo 2 Reforged. What do you mean, buddy? That's some private server E2 mod? Similar to Pod? Kill him? Stuff.
I can't carry anymore.
Robert, happy holidays. Yes, Merry Christmas. PoE. Doesn't PoE have built-in loot filter though? That you can customize? I think it's a lot of people kind of don't like the idea of using a loot filter on D2, and it just kind of makes me laugh because newer games like PoE have a loot filter, and I bet money that Diablo 4 will have a loot filter on it. Like I would bet. JL 5 NATO. That was a super nice 5 NATO, man. Was so 2 to Druid skills, 3 to Tornado, 2 to Shockwave, which is useless, but 2 to Cyclone Armor, 27 life, 29 Fire Res, and repairs durability. Really fucking sick 5 NATO. It was green too. It was the only thing that it just was a Hawk Helm. That was literally the only problem with it. Nicholas, you decided to get a loot filter? Nice, man. Change your life. Charming person, I'm not sure why your alert didn't show up for your donation, but thank you so much, man. 10 energy? Okay, I even forgot the energy mod. Yeah, I bet D4 will have a loot filter. Rafab, I've never played Grim Dawn. Nicholas. That's how I felt when I first switched to the loot filter, man. It is amazing.
I shall keep my end of it.
David, nice to see me streaming. Thank you for tuning in to my live stream, buddy. I don't know when D4 will come out. I don't think it'll be next year, though. You guys think it'll be late next year? I'd imagine it'd be early the year after next, but it sucks we gotta wait that long for it. Warlord! What do you think about auto gold pickup? I think it's cool. I don't know how to set it up. There is actually a guide on how to set that up in my links description, but I don't like. It'd be cool if like you're doing dedicated gold finding, but I have most of my gold filtered out. Just piles above 5k, I think. They're the only ones that show up. So it's a nice mod for like gold farming, specifically at Travancore. It's fire enchanted and lightning enchanted. He gave me a key. Yeah, I think it's a cool mod, but practicality, I wouldn't really use it. Because I'm already filtering out the majority of gold as it is, and then, Greco, what's going on, buddy? And I, honestly, the only character I really pick gold up on is the sorceress. I just TK gold piles. I think it's annoying to try and run around. Late. Jimbos. I haven't called you the wrong name once today, man. Dale, I think I'm on like 13 or 14 keys now. I haven't been keeping track. I haven't gained very much experience though. Worthless. Viper, you really want to see me roll a Faith today? If I drop a Jawrun or an Omerin today, I'll roll Faith. I'm just so nervous in the base that I wanted to make it in a Grand Matron bow. Because I actually like Strafe over multi-shot. But I think I can still hit a really good breakpoint with the Grand Matron bow for multi-shot if I use the set diadem with an IS jewel. I can still get 45 IS, but I've always preferred Strafe for everything except for like massive like clusters of mobs. Just quickly use multi-shot, but I prefer Strafe. I don't even care if it's not better functionally wise. Avinas. I actually wanted to make a brand boson, just to be different. A max IAS breakpoint strafe brand boson with 100% chance of proccing Bone Spear and striking is the coolest looking build you've ever seen. Just imagine like max IAS strafe, every single hit, 100% chance of proccing Bone Spears. There's just nothing but Bone Spears flying all over the... We'll hear you soon, guys. The madness. I am having a good time, man. Thank you. We're crushing out these runs, though. I think I'm probably doing like one every 30 seconds. Brander Wrath. The thing is the boson sucks regardless, right? Regardless, a boson sucks. So why not run a boson that's a little bit shittier and then have style points? Found Tal Amulet yesterday off of the Countess. Hellraiser, if you're really trying to find high, like anything Ist and below the Countess is good for. Above Ist, you should be doing Lower Kuros or like Travancore. I mean, you could still get high runes from the Countess, like directly from her or minions, but you're way better odds at doing Lower Kuros. Sorceress not strong enough? But you don't really need to be super strong with a sorceress to do LK though. If you can just scrap up 105 FCR, I mean 200 is ideal, but when you have shitty gear, you're probably 105. Dan, Cryptic Axe, Thresher, Giant Thresher, GPA, they're all really good. It depends on the rest of your gear that you're using. If you want a low requirement base, still want to be able to hit high IS breakpoints, depending on the gear that you're using, or if you're only going to use like Fortitude and Indarials, really depends on the rest of your gear, but just anything other than a CV, basically. But it depends on how desperate you are too, because you might be hunting for ages to try and get
Good afternoon.
like you'll be hunting for ages to try and get a 4 open socket giant thresher. Any base is very good. Cryptic Axe gets a bad rap, but it's amazing. Yeah, like, I don't think Cryptic Axe is horrible. It's just, if you want like the best damage per second, like use Fort, Darials, and an IS Jewel. But if you want to be able to do stuff like this, use alternative like helmets and stuff like that, still hit a good IS breakpoint and go for something like that in a Thresher. To be honest though, any character that uses Infinity, 99% of the time, you're killing before the mercenary even gets a chance to attack, so that's why I think any base is gonna work. You just don't want to use a CV because it's a really high strength requirement. If you're doing like bail runs with the Javas on, you could have Infinity in a normal Thresher, and you're just going to be throwing your lightning, or sorry, in a normal Scythe. You're going to be killing everything before your mercenary even gets a chance to attack anyways, so. Yeah, honestly, I would just say Thresher. Thresher Dan or Cryptic Axe. One of the two, whatever gets you 4 open sockets first. Try and avoid your CV because you'll be forced to use Indarials or G-Face until you're like level 96, I think. So yeah, I'd say Thresher or Cryptic Axe. I mean, if you get a 4 open socket G-Pay or a Giant Thresher, go for it. They're just going to be a lot harder base to find. Ghost Hunter, no, your first Cryptic Axe... Well, actually, wait. You're talking Act 5 normal? I'm pretty sure Crystal Sword and Broadsword in Act 5, anywhere in Act 5, if you Larzik it, I'm pretty sure you get 4 open sockets. I know 100% if you Larzik a cow level Crystal Sword, it gives you, but I'm also pretty certain on the Broadsword and Crystal Sword in Act 5, if anybody wants to confirm. But I'm pretty sure you're okay. Just double check somebody in chat first. Oh yeah, I should put like 25 keys on today's drops.
For my homeland.
If you can get a Giant Thresher, that's a sick base, Dan. It's just a really hard one to find. Like, you'll probably find 10 Threshers to 1 Giant Thresher. That's F. Today's drops. Lots of D keys. Cow's Crystal Sword up to 6 open sockets even on normal? I don't think that's true, Leandro. I'm 99.9% positive that Crystal Sword Larzik is 4 open sockets in normal cows. Because I've done that before. Are you sure Crystal Sword can't? I don't... Pretty sure Broadsword, Longsword, or Crystal Sword doesn't matter. Up, Draz! Okay, yeah, I was 99.99% sure.
I can't carry.
And I have been wrong before on stream, so only in normal cows. Or did you say nightmare cows, Leandro? That's what you said. Yeah, it makes sense. Did maybe I said nightmare by accident? I meant to say normal cows. Excuse me. If I said nightmare cows, I did not mean that. Normal cows, Larzaking, Crystal Sword. I probably said nightmare by mistake. I say wrong shit all the time. I'm horrible for that. Are good 1983. Thank you so much for the sub, man. Appreciate it. I'm trying to play at the same time answering multiple questions, and I always mess up. Always mess up, say stupid things by mistake. Are good. Thank you so much for the sub, buddy. Ghost Hunter, yeah, I'm on pluggy.
Salutations.
Farming Travical, Marcian? My favorite place to farm, man. Make sure you pick up all your perfect gems and grand charms and jewels along the way, dude. Jazz, you just got your mustache? Plugy? Who says Plugy? Nicholas, yeah, 26 to 40 is 4 sockets. Yeah, okay. I don't know where. Like I said, I was 99% positive. It's fine for normal cows. All those item levels and socket quests, I don't know them off by heart. I just know that, like, okay, you get a GPA. Hell, it'll roll max. Like, I don't. Use an Act 3 mercenary. Really horrible. Jammies, I am noob. I am noob, Jammy. Did I get bored of D3 already? No, I just... The majority of, like, growing my channel and stuff is through Diablo 2. And streaming anything other than Diablo 2 tanks on my channel, so like I do it for fun, but in terms of like solely try and focus on growing my channel, I can't just 100% stream on variety. I just lose viewership, I lose everything. So I do some variety, but channel's mostly focused on D2. I'm not bored of it. I did a playthrough. I want to do a review video, and I will at some point do some greater riffs.
I can't carry anymore.
JL. Easy, buddy. JL, why you do DB like this? Hey, I want to at least try some greater riffs. See what it's like. It's Blood Raven's bow, isn't it? Pulling you couldn't resist, huh? Blood Raven bow, huh? Blood Raven, it has revive charges though. You can make a super OP Boazon. Sickoid! Any tips for Hammerden with low survivability madness? Well, I wouldn't even spec hammer it in until you have gear like Spirit in a Crystal Sword, Spirit in like an offhand Paladin Shield. You can kind of hit like a decent, like, you know, FCR rings or whatever, hit 75 FCR. But it's basically the same as a regular hammer, and you're just charging everywhere and you're slinging hammers without toe stomping. Make sure you have max block. You refuse to be hammered in with 125 FCR. Later, Simp. I don't think, but yeah, just get your res up, Madness. Make sure you have max block. I don't know whether tips. Decent gear like lore and a helmet for plus skills, spirit, 2 spirits, and like Paladin base, and then Crystal Sword, FCR rings. Try and hit a minimum of 75, like early on with your shitty hammered in. Present, gotta go back to work. Be back on later. Okay, sounds good, buddy. Any other tips, guys? I don't think a 75 FCR hammer in is that bad, though. I really don't. Yeah, 125 is smoother, but... Dale! For the super, buddy. Yes, by the way, thumb up the video. Guys, if can we get some likes on the stream, please? If you don't mind, help spread the stream.
I am a troll, what can I say? Smiling face with sunglasses, by the way, thumb up video.
Canadian dollars. But yeah, I mean, 75 is not better than 125, but I just don't think, like, people hate 75, and I don't think it's that big a deal. Thank you again, JL. Who's stronger, Diablo clone or the one that's summoned in... I believe... Isn't D-clone slightly stronger than Uber Tristram? I think. I'd have to look at the stats of them on the Ariad Summit. But then there's really weird things like D-clone is easier to kill because you don't have the minions, and you can also use prevent monster heal on him. So I have no idea why that's a thing, but prevent monster heal works on D-clone, but it doesn't work on Uber Diablo, so. Stefan Pardue. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I don't know why they went that way, but because you can just get like javelins that have prevent monster heal on them with like a blizzard sorceress. You can huck them, a D-clone, and then you can just teleport around and drop blizzards and you can kill them. Thank you again, Stefan. +6 attack rating, 20 to life. Nice. I've been trying to stockpile those for Uber Kixen. How many keys so far, Madness? We gotta be close to 20 plus now, which really isn't that bad. 2 hours in, 20 plus D keys. Actually pretty solid. Zuko, that's an amazing small turret, man. You're just upset because you're missing the 5 AR? Dude, the max damage and life are the most important rolls on that small term. You only missed out... Assassin gets so much life you don't need an inventory. I'm actually purposely throwing away... But that's an amazing small term, Zuko. I'm actually purposely throwing away life using this caster... Or using this circlet instead. Sickoid, we don't use Shakos on the Sin anymore. Wait, why am I getting weird teleport noises? Sure. Yeah, man, we use circlets now, dude. I call him Sickoid. It's easier to pronounce than Sictoid. Just annoying. Sickoid. We don't use circlets, or we don't use Shakos on Sins. Too ugly. Jam every Shako you find? I only got 2 Chammerons. Honestly, I'm gonna cham a G-Face before I cham a Shako. I feel like I can get more use out of it. I'm gonna do at least 1 Uberin today. Well, I'm not spec for anything to run Uber's Madness. Just trying to stockpile the keys, and I'll probably respec my Barb to Frenzy and do Ubers that way. What about Griffin is bad on Assassin? Griffin is okay. I mean, you get the +1 to all skills, you get 25 FCR. Depending on like if you're using dual claws, like it can help you reach certain teleporting breakpoints. But the ooh, Superior Phase Blood. Oh, 15-2. If that's our last wish base. 15-2. Superior Phase Blade. Man, I just need to Larzik that and then we're good to go. I could do Fury Druid, it's just faster teleporting on the offhand with like two Hodos and a Frenzy Barb is just a lot quicker. But yeah, you could absolutely, I could use Fury Druid if I wanted to. Man. But yeah, the Griffins, the minus light res and plus lightning damage doesn't benefit your traps. That's the main drawback. So using this circlet, I get an extra skill and I get, let me just update. I'll show you guys my circlet. See, the game's just telling me to make a last wish. Need to. So I gain an extra skill versus the +1 skill on Griffins. I gain 20, or sorry, I'm down 5 FCR because the Griffin says 25, but then I gain 14 all res. So it's better than Griffins. And because like if the minus lightning res and plus lightning damage worked on traps, Griffins would be like the go-to for an assassin, but it doesn't, fortunately. The only thing it would do is it increase your damage of Shockweb. But I don't think Shockweb does enough damage to justify... You didn't know the minus light res? Yeah, it doesn't. The only minus fire res works from Fire Blast because you're throwing it, or it works, the minus lightning res works for Shockweb. But I don't think running like a really nice Griffins to boost your Shockweb damage, like, because that's, you know, go to the main hand, almost 7k for Fire Blast versus 4.2k. That's per second damage. So I've never actually tried that. Yeah, exactly, Jordan. Yep. Traps are counted as minions, and that is why it doesn't work. You're correct. But I don't know if the minus lightning damage would be worth it, like for the boost you get for Shockweb. I feel like you're better off just using Fire Blast. Yep, you can still use it for FCR. It depends on your gear, Ghost Hunter. You're correct, but I think a 220 circle is just better because you get an extra plus skill, and like I got res and 180 get a Tyrell's Might Drop off of running Neil attack today. What is that little settings? Zochan, that's from using a loop filter. It's a little tab that I can like open up to modify settings on the loop filter. The / Diablo loop filter. I just made a video on it if you don't know what a loop filter is. But unfortunately, it is annoying. There's just no way to get rid of it, though. You found your first Griffins ever? Plus 16, minus 11, nearly anti-perfect. Ah, bummer, bud. You only make a sin if would you rock dual claws? My favorite drop this year would either be Schaefer's, Stormlash, or my minus 49, or 2 minus 49 D-Web. They're probably my top 3. They suck without dual claws? I mean, how many more plus skills would you get versus the setup I'm using right now? So Torch and Annie, full skill or inventory. Considering everything else, so say if I ran like a chammed circlet, one more with an SOJ or 2 SOJs, and then Hodo and Spirit is 5. So you gain, if you're running 2 really nice plus 5, like rare claws, or if you're running, I guess you could get up to 6 if you're, or 6 if you're using magic claws, or 5 if you're using rare claws. In terms of how much more damage, like, so that's 1 to like 11k almost. What would you get with the ideal setup, like 13k, 14k? You do another skill? No, they're all. Oh yeah, I could drop that and get more skillers, I guess, if I wanted to lose the cube. I only found materials 180. I've pretty much decided I'm never gonna find it. Just accepted it. Yeah, I like that, Zuko. I made the jewels red so that they're a little bit easier to distinguish. I also put some purple circles beside some of the important like rares, magics, like circlets and cronuts, druid pelts and stuff like that. But yeah. How many grail items do I have left? 12. It's either 10 or 9. In exclamation grail, you'll see my remaining links. The only thing I haven't added is Stormlash or Schaefer's. Natural, have everybody kicks in? No, I haven't. We were talking about that earlier. I'm really only played Trapsin. Martial arts or kicks in, I've never messed around with. I don't really know anything about those builds. It's twice in a row, lightning enchanted and fire enchanted. Wait, move in! Like the worst combo. $15k? So yeah, that is a lot more damage for sure. You can also use a lower res wand on switch in your cube. That makes a big damage difference, but it's a mother effer of a pain in the ass to use properly with CTA.
I shall keep my end of it.
No, I won't make last wish. I said I'm not gonna make last wish until I find Metal Grid. Found the base for it though. And clear his stash out a little bit here. Yeah, I've decided to not burn perfect rubies on rerolling charms anymore, and I'm gonna make a series doing blood rings.
Impossible.
Try and get some crazy dual leech blood ring. Problem is you gotta be level 96. Any high mana leech on a blood ring gives you a 96 character requirement. Zuko, you use my loot filter, and I was curious why the magic circles and pelts have purple beside them. They're the bases that can roll up to 6 light sentry and 6 NATO. So, are imbuing diadems worth it? I'd say imbuing 1 if you want to burn perfect skulls to reroll it. I wouldn't imbue multiple diadems though.
No idea of the power you possess.
That can roll up to 6 lightning sentry. That's why it's got a purple circle beside it. Blades of Ice and Wake of Fire. 6 NATO base. But it's really just make sure it stands out, Zuko. Between everything else. Best place to drop a Monarch? I would say, if you're trying to get your first, David, probably Cows or Ancient Tunnels with the Blizzard Sorceress. Try and up the difficulty as high as you can, depending on your gear, and then just mass monster farm. Kill as much stuff as you can. Yeah, you can definitely find, like, any area with a lot of density, but trying to get your first Monarch to drop, I don't think Chaos is a good place to farm. I'm not really a fan of Chaos in general. It's just, I think it's always a nasty area to farm. Unless you're like a Hammerden. And then there's a lot of stuff Diablo can't drop. The seal bosses are bugged as well. Not a big fan of chaos. Pale is not in Diablo 3. I fell for that trick. You guys fucking got me good. Frozen Orb Hydrosource? Yeah, I want to try that combo on pod.
No idea of the power you face.
Because they really upped like the damage in Frozen Orb. Let's be honest, Frozen Orb is the coolest looking spell in Diablo 2 for the Sorceress.
Not here.
If you guys have any questions about Pluggy, you can check out I made a video a long time ago, exclamation Pluggy, explains all the mods compared to vanilla single player. Yeah, 100%. I'm using Glide as we speak tricks. All the bots. If you want an online experience, I suggest Path of Diablo. It's not quite like vanilla though. There's quite a few mod changes though, tricks. But if you want like pure vanilla experience, no mods, Pluggy's the way to go, dude. Or slash Diablo. That's a private server that has no bots on it as well. I have not, Laurentia. I've never really played anything outside of Trapsin. I don't even have a nice base to make the rune word chaos in. You would bot if you play Pluggy? What's the point, amateur? At that point you might as well just play VNet then. Hardcore D2 is where it's at online. Yeah, it takes it longer for them to get bots set up in hardcore, doesn't it? There are small charms I think are worth keeping. Life, all res life, fire res and life, fire res and FHR, 3 2020s, life and attack rating, life and mana. Are there any other ones, guys, that I'm not thinking of? Oh, MF, obviously. MF all res. All or specific resistances in MF is nice as well, depending on the character. 327s. Or sorry, no, yeah, 3. It's 3 max damage, 20 attack rating, 7 MF. Those are really nice as well. Can't buy it again? That's funny. I still have the original CD key from the very first copy that my parents ever bought me. It was the old 16-digit, and I got it converted to a 20-digit. Or 22-digit, whatever it is.
Keep my end.
Billy! Is it 26? Okay, whatever it is. I don't even know. I don't even know. When I started playing again, I converted it. $13 all res, 20 life GC. That's nice depending on your gear. What character? Elithak, man. Hands got burned.
I shall keep my end of bail.
Being appendage. What is that? The pendejo.
I shall keep my end.
It's not gonna. It's gonna be one of the last. I might be on like two times more. I have a couple, like 2 videos I want to get out before the end of the year, but I also want to spend some time with my family as well. So I won't be streaming too much over the holidays. John White, how's it going? I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. How are you? Nice to take a little bit of a break from pumping out videos and streaming and spending time with the family. But we are your family. Let me put it this way, I don't want to get divorced over Christmas holidays. Calling from Denmark? Petite Machine? Right on. I'm streaming from Ontario, Canada. Chicken will help me out if I piss off my wife? Kiddo. At least chicken's good for something. Oh, Phase Blade! Where's Billy? Is Billy in chat? Did I just drop Azarath right off of Nilithak? Billy? Where the fuck is Billy? I'm just waiting for him to come back because of all the shit he gets. Oh, there he is. Okay. Alright. Come on, Azarath. Let's go Decker Kane. Let's get this for Billy. Nope. God damn it. One of Billy's remaining items. I wanted to get it on him. Ah, fuck's sakes. Peter, you dropped Azarath today? Nice, man. I was hoping I was gonna get it today, too. Just because it's one of Billy's remaining items. Azrath is the number 3 Fury Druid weapon? I don't know if I agree with that. I think number 1 Fury Druid weapon is Ethereal Tomb Reaver with a Zodder and two Ruby Jewels of Fervor. Then you're looking at stuff like Breath of the Dying or Ribcracker, or an Ethereal Ribcracker Zodded, or Shale or Ruby Jewel of Fervor and a regular Ribcracker. And then I think you get into stuff like Ariza. At least in my opinion, but I'm a big Fury Druid guy. It's funny, I say I'm a big Fury Druid guy, but I never stream. Just because melee characters suck for magic finding. All trash amateur ship fan? Are you a big Fury Druid player? Oh, 2 keys back to back. I gotta question how big of a Fury Druid guy you are. If you're calling an Ethereal Tomb Reaver with a Zod and 2 Ruby Jewels of Fervor trash. I've gotten way more than 2 keys today. Like 2 keys back to back, but I think we're at 20. We gotta be like 25 keys now, man. Quite a few, man. I have a love-hate relationship with the Trapsin. I don't mind playing her. I do enjoy her, but it does get annoying after a while. Like, the time you have to wait to cast the traps. It's kind of tedious after a while. Camp Scratch, I want to get enough to show you. I'll switch to 200 FCR sorcerers a bit. So, like, these are like my packs, right? So there's like 1 key, another one, another one, another one. So I get... So then I filled out this page. So I want to get enough to fill out this page. So 1, 2... 7 more D keys, and that I need to get a bunch of hate keys. We'll switch to 200 FCR sorcerers and we'll do some summoner runs. I just want to get enough to like fill out all those pages. Then in the new year I'll do some Ubers with a Barb. What are the goals for Dubrensky in 2020? Keep playing D2, expand my channel, tipped in some variety like PoE and other games. Still making Diablo 2 content, but... Oh, Dimensional Blade. If that was Shard, I would have fucking lost it. Why couldn't that have been Shard? I did. I beat Diablo 3, all 3 of the streams. The campaign is on one of my playlists on YouTube. And I'm going to be making a highlight video of just Smithael, just a recap of that battle, because it was pretty epic. I had shitty gear, and it was for the first time. At least it was epic for me. What's up, Alan? People wanted playlists on my channel for the longest time, and they're there now. So, take advantage. If I dropped a shard, it would have sharded? Probably. Probably, Kyle. Getting crazy drops like that off of super, like, unique bosses, like when I got D-Web off of Thresh Socket, it's like the coolest feeling ever. So Dimensional Shard off of Neilthak would be dope. Alan, you like this channel? Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. It means a lot to hear that. I have not played Adventure yet. I did the campaign, beat it. I want to make that highlight video and make a review video just on the campaign, my initial thoughts. And then I do want to do some greater rift grinding at some point. And kind of talk about that experience. I mean, I did it with completely trash gear. Like, everyone said my gear was garbage. I had one good ring, one good legendary ring, and everything else was crap. Like, I really struggled. It was really weird because I smoked Diablo. I had no problem. And then Mithail, I had to actually drop the difficulty. But I was kind of rushing through Act 5. Like, I was skipping everything and just trying to get to him as quickly as possible. Billy, did you see my last wish base? Or Jimmy, I'm sorry. Jimmy, did you see my last wish base? Jimmy. We making last wish, man. Eventually. 15-2. What about doing a speedrun of Diablo 2 or Diablo 3? Speedrunning doesn't interest me. One is I have horrible map knowledge. I really don't want to take the time to learn map knowledge. I've done playthroughs with untwinked characters. Well, at least I started. I did it with the Druid. I want to finish Nightmare in Hell with him, then probably the Assassin next, maybe Sorceress after that. So I'll do that for variety, but in terms of like speedrunning, I respect the skill. I just don't want to take the time to learn maps, and I know that it wouldn't even be that good anyways, so. Why do you want me to sell it to Mala? It's because it's 15-2? Baby, just what you see on the side. Nearly perfect phase blade to make last wish in, and like 25 plus D keys today.
Keep my end of it.
But will you earn much more subs then? Doing speedrunning? I don't think so. Because it would take me like... I mean, I don't know. Maybe I would pull in some more subs. To even get even remotely close in speedrunning, I'd have to spend the next like year and a half, 2 years doing nothing but practicing it. I just don't want to. I don't enjoy it. So even if I got thousands of subs, I wouldn't do it. I don't mind watching it though, some of the top guys. Have you guys seen the new Star Wars? I heard that it was horrible. It got really bad reviews.
Hello.
Thank you, David. Appreciate that, man. Oh yeah, the top guy, like indirect is like, it's unreal how good he is. And it's kind of funny, somebody, I'm not gonna read the message, but he sent me a DM about indirect speedrunning. It's funny that like indirect for the sorceress, he's has the fastest times hands down. Excuse me. Wolf FAI, thanks so much for the sub. Thank you so much, man. He has the absolute fastest speedrun times, and people still on his streams tell him what he's doing wrong. He's like 40 minutes faster on the Hell Sorceress speedrun, and people still have the audacity to say that he's doing things wrong. Fucking insane. How about a race with Nightfall or Ryu? Honestly, I've never spoken with either of them.
Afternoon.
I doubt they even know who I am. I've watched Ryu before. He's Canadian. But I've actually never even really watched Nightfall at all, to be honest. Come on, give me some GGs. Indirect only uses 15.3 phase blade. Correct. I am from. No, I'm not saying just because you're the fastest meaning you can't use improvement. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying he's by far the best. Like the numbers just show he's by far the best, and you have people in chat telling him what he's doing wrong when it's like, dude, fuck off. Like you can make suggestions, but people are literally telling him he's doing stuff wrong. How is he doing something wrong if he has the fastest hell hardcore sorceress run by 40 minutes? How can you say he's doing something wrong? I don't understand how you can. Anyways, I am from Ontario, Canada. How do I drop from the cube like that, amateur superfan? It's from the loot filter. Loot filter allows me to, if I hit control and then right click, lets me drop stuff directly out of the cube instead of manually going like this. Which if you're single dropping something, it's not that big a deal, but if you're dropping like multiple things, it's definitely a lot quicker. Axe? It's just a different way of dropping stuff out of the cube. Derek, always nice to watch you play D2. Thank you for tuning in this stream, man. I appreciate it. Like I say, it's single player, you make your own rules. Yeah, I didn't even know somebody actually had the loot filter up, and then somebody actually explained to me that you could do that, which I thought was really cool. It was actually Woola Mammoth, which I don't think he's in chat right now. Super nifty little trick. Okay. 3 space. Bye. Yeah, I could jump up to 1080. For the longest time, I was streaming 720 because I was having internet issues. I just haven't bothered resizing everything to 1080 on my OBS and shit because I have to resize all my preset layouts, which it's a lot of work. Like I have preset layouts that I can just flop in and out whenever I want to, so I can just go like this. I can just swap these out whenever I want to. So say I feel like rock interiors might. There. So I can just instantaneously switch these whenever I want to. The issue is if I start streaming 720p is I need to resize all of them. And it really only makes a difference on my face. Going up to 1080p. So if you really want to see my face in higher quality, I could go to 720p, or sorry, excuse me, I could go to 1080p, but no, I have never found perfect 30 ED H-Fist yet. Literally haven't. Which is pretty crazy. Show feet. I do, at some point, Gustav, I want to get it switched over to 1080p. I was having internet issues for the longest time, and it was not on my end, it was my provider's end, but 720p is kind of 2005. Well, the reason I haven't, like I said, I haven't made the jump yet is it's quite a lot of work for, oh, another double key drop, for my face looking a little bit better. For D2, it does nothing. I could go 4K. It's not going to make a difference on D2. You want my dog on 1080p. So it really just makes me look better. Like when I go to D4, I'll be streaming 1080p for sure. My face is already perfect. Thank you, Warlord. Thank you, brother.
I shall keep my end up.
I don't mind the assassin for heal attack running. I don't really like farming like the pits with her though. Be the first streamer using 4K. It does make the stream less grainy though. Yeah, I don't think it makes a difference on the D2 gameplay. My face it does though. Anyways, I will at some point switch to 1080. I think you're the only person that's ever requested it, to be honest. It's definitely worth it for newer games, for sure. For sure it's worth it for newer games. .3D stream? No, I've never been on BlizzCon. I wanted to kind of contact them and see if I'd like to go like next year or like this year coming up, only if they have like Diablo 4 related stuff. Cool to go. If any year was the year to go, it was last year. I mean, if I could have been on that panel streaming D4 like this, that would have been the year to do it. But I don't think there'll be any big Diablo 4 announcement this year. So I mean, like, what would it be, like another update on Diablo 4 with like new stuff that they've added? Hey, grief, Deke. Need to get that lull, Malvern. Yeah, I will be upgrading my PC for Diablo 4. But I can, for about $1,000, I can get a really nice solid upgrade. Like I wanted to put the Ryzen 3700X and like 1070 Super or something GPU. For $1,000, I have a really nice upgrade. Dear Slinger, thank you so much for the sub, man. Toby has sick quality resolution when he's... I don't think there's a big difference in my stream compared to my stream to Toby's, but... yeah, things are constantly changing, kind of evolving with Diablo 4. He banned you? What did you do to... You must have done something to be banned. I didn't have any sets. I had one really good ring. It was the ring that if I use Leap or Stomp, I get a 60% damage reduction duration for 8 seconds. I forget the name of it. It was a legendary ring. Everything else I had was complete trash. Complete and utter trash on my character. I was using Call of the Ancients, Fury, Stomp, and Leap Attack, and then the Berserk. The thing that makes my bar bigger for duration, extended damage. Yeah, I don't remember all the skills and gear that I had. Billy! Why is everyone Billy? I purposely called you Billy, Jommy. Start getting a lot of sets and uniques from tier 1 difficulty? Okay. I feel like the hype of D4 is past. Other than the people that are trying to do like Greater Rift 1600 or whatever.
Hello.
That's the reason why I hate any like ladder or online thing, is because I stream like 2 4-hour sessions a week if I'm lucky, and I always get left behind. Like, so you know, people stream like 8 hours a day every day for the first week of ladder reset for Diablo 3, and it's like I can't stream like that, so I always get left behind, and then like later on in the stream all the hype's worn off from E3, so that's why I play single player a lot. Where the fuck did you teleport to? Did I kill him? I thought it looked like he teleported away. Okay, never mind. I guess I got him. Quit the job and join the Diablo team. I don't think I have any experience that they'd be looking for, other than hours of Diablo 2 gameplay. I don't know how to program. I mean, I can make balancing suggestions and stuff and test, but I don't think it would pay very good. Man, I was really hoping to get something nice this stream. I literally got a phase blade and that's it. I know what to change and why. But see, they've said time and time over again that they want to take the best aspects of Diablo 2, the best aspects of Diablo 3, and they want to introduce new things and make Diablo 4 unique on its own, right? They're not just gonna replicate Diablo 2. And I think that's a good thing. Like, you'd rather see them replicate Diablo 2 exactly with just newer graphics. I'm okay with them wanting to make something unique. Doesn't bother me. Don't need D2 clone because we have D2. Exactly. I like the fact that it's still viable to play solo, because probably a lot of the questing and stuff I'll do in Diablo 4 I'll do on my own. Make a $100 bet that D4 will have virtual reality augmented. I don't know what you mean by that. What the hell does that mean? I have virtual reality. Diablo 4. Yeah, I've heard you can do Ubers and Diablo clone, which is kind of cool. Diablo clone was brought in season 19, right? What do you think about Diablo Immortal on phones? I haven't played it, Luke. I don't really have an opinion on it. I mean, it looks okay. From like the standpoint of a phone game, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it.
No idea of the power of space.
I'm just not a big fan of phone games. I played a couple, I just think that they're the biggest money and time sinks ever. Still not ready? They didn't even announce, they didn't talk about Immortal at all at BlizzCon because they didn't want it to overshadow the D4 hype. What is the secret of D2? I think there's a lot of things that make D2. So it's like nostalgia, different ways to play it, gear variability, and different ways you can customize your characters, excitement from like drop rates and stuff like that for really rare items. I mean, I think there's a lot of aspects, just the atmosphere of the game. It's hard to pinpoint just one specific thing that makes Diablo 2 what it is. Pokemon Go is dope. I haven't played Pokemon since Game Boy Advance. Like Game Boy Advance, Fire Red and Leaf Green, whatever that was. That was legit the last time I touched something Pokemon. I'm just gonna quietly release it at this point. Could be. Pokemon Go, empty your wallet. Is Pokemon Go is where you walk around on your phone, right, in real life, and you try and find the... That's what it is, isn't it? How many keys so far? Close to 30. I only think I need 1 or 2 more, and then I filled up what I wanted to on my page. And we just gotta do some summoner. Yeah, we're done. That's all the D keys that I wanted. I need... We'll run Countess, try and get some Ral runes because I need... Yeah, we'll switch to 200 FCR and then we'll fill up 9 more Countess keys, and then I need a bunch of Summoner keys. So you guys, my 200 FCR setup. That's that. Are we gonna need anything else? Oh, CTA. CTA back. Want to take the crescent moon off.
That to good use. I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
I don't know if I have the Isted Whizspike character though. I hate muling. The Viper Magi, 220 Caster Amulet, Isted Whizspike. I think everything else stays the same. Isted Whizspike is on the Barb. Remember having his Zod bugged. Never got to experience any of those cool items. Isted Whizspike. I think that's everything I need. Inventory remains exactly the same. I can swap out the boots to War Travelers though.
I can't use this yet.
I don't have enough strength. Caster Amulet. Dex. There, so it should be 200 FCR, 132 MF, capped res. Yeah, we're good to go. Oh, I'll switch out. Okay, I'll switch out Travs. I don't know if I have Travs on my sorcerers at the moment. Gotta get ready for the dinners at the in-law. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Zuko. A good one, buddy. Where are my best pair of Travs? Probably on my neck road. So that bumps up our MF a little bit. Technically, I could pull some strength off too. 6. There. 181 MF now. After playing the Sin for a little bit, Sorceress feels slow. Not for teleporting, for running. What's my strongest or toughest character? Depends on what you define as strongest and toughest. Wind Druid is a tank. Barbarian, 5k health. Hammerden. Max block, tons of health. Damage. Tankus can kill the most easily. I don't know. Hammerden, Crescent Moon, Sorceress. Probably top 2. I almost feel like 200 FCR is like harder to control for teleporting. It feels like, anyways. What am I doing for New Year's? Just a chill, relaxing night with some friends. Probably be in bed at 1 o'clock, not getting shit-faced. I'll be DD too. How about you? Get shit-faced every day. I'm like always the DD, man. Almost always. You're working the holiday? You're a dog sitter? Are you getting a lot of money? Marcian, there's all kinds of uses for facets, man. All kinds. I currently have a facet in my Viper Magi, a facet in my Griffins for this character. Boost damage. I could even run like a suicide branch with a facet in it if I wanted even more damage. Or I could run a Hodo, drop 1 SOJ for... Oh, I didn't realize that. I'm using 1 SOJ and 1 Wisp Projector. It honestly doesn't matter. We're working right now.
Not in town.
on, Canis, ist. Are you talking about the pay raise for dog sitting, Hellraiser? Doing a horrible job of following chat at the moment. I can see you making a lot of money dog sitting because if people want to go somewhere, need somebody to look after their dogs, if they're in a pinch, hey dog sitter. And if you love dogs, I just think it'd be a royal pain in the ass walking that many. I also love you too. Probably wouldn't be that bad if they're good on the leash. If you had like 5 of them that are horrible on a leash. We might have to suck it up for one more stream, doing some Countess and Summoner farming. But then I'll have enough keys to do a lot of Ubers on my Barb. What am I gonna do? D2 single player ladder reset. Honestly, Thomas, never. I've done, like, I'm gonna continue on. I want to do a lot of the characters. I want to do like untwinked playthroughs, like I was doing with my druid. Do like untwinked playthroughs to hell just for fun. Probably like the druid, assassin, sorceress. Might do the necro and stuff. I won't dive into doing the barb and that because I just refuse to do untwinked barb. But in terms of like resetting my grail, I'll never do it because I'm at the rate that I play. I mean, I'm 2 years in and I still got miles to go on my current grail. So if I start it all over again, it'd take too long. So I'll never do it. But I'm totally down for doing like little like kind of like single player untwinked playthroughs. But yeah, CTA and a crystal sword, Stefan. Exactly. CTA's Crystal Sword is a really good base, unless you're using it on like a Zealer with Grief and a Phase Blade. You just want to avoid having it the same base as your main hand. That's why I like using Crystal Sword. No worries, Thomas. Ask away anytime, man. Anytime. still have 100 to go. That's why I don't want to do it over again, baby. That's literally why I don't want to. Why am I running the Countess? I'm trying to get keys. I just need a couple more Terror keys and a couple hate keys, and have enough to do like 15 Uber runs. Where would you farm the low-level sets? A lot of them will drop along their way in Hell, like as you're magic finding, but Cold Crow is really good for a few specific normal unique items. Some of them you have to get like the Cow King set, you have to get from farming Cow King. But really, almost all of your set items are going to drop if you just farm in Hell eventually. Like, I think the death set, that normal red sash took me quite a while to find, but I found it in Hell. But yeah, I'm assuming probably like normal Andy or maybe normal Mephisto. You can just look it up on Silopen. The best normal bosses too. Star Hunter, what's going on, man? Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas to you, buddy. No comment. How's it going? Eden Axe versus Berserker Axe for Doom, Death, or Beast. For Beast, I made mine in a Berserker Axe. That's just because if I ever want to use it on a melee character, the option is there. You can argue that low requirement bases like War Scepter or something would be better, because the majority of characters that use Beast, they don't actually physically attack with it. They just use it for support. For Doom, I don't really know. I guess you could make it a Berserker Axe for like a weird Frenzy Barb. If you're gonna make Doom, like I would probably make it for like a Mercenary. But again, it's up to you. And what was the other one? Oh, Death. If you can get a 5 open socket S Berserker Axe, that's an awesome base for Death. Awesome base. I actually have one on my Zealer. That's actually one of the few items that comes close to rivaling Grief. Like on Zealer, you have Fanaticism, so it kind of makes up for the lack of IS, and you can get 100% Deadly Strike and 100% Crushing Blow using Death. So it actually rivals, or is if not better than Grief. It's one of the very few applications where it's close. It doesn't have ignore target defense. That's true. It's true. But it does have 20% bonus attack rating, which kind of makes up for it a little bit. Not entirely. But the majority, like, ignore target defense doesn't even work on bosses or champions anyways, right? So for regular monsters, yeah, it is a little bit of a downside. But then on the upside, you do get more attack range than Phase Blade. But there's like pluses and minuses. I've used both of them on a Zealer for farming Travancore. I couldn't really tell a clear speed difference on Players 3. Herbs. Can't find good boots for my... What's your FR barb? Here, we'll take a look at my... I don't know if I have Grief on my Zealer right now. But that's my death base. 371. So you get the 20% bonus attack rating, mana, stolen per hit, deadly strike, crushing blow. Really cool rune word. The glacial spike is actually nice on a melee character too, because you freeze a lot of stuff. But I've done thousands of Travancore runs with this setup. I've tried Phoenix, I've tried Hawes, I've tried different boot combinations, different belt combinations, G-Face, Grief, Death, and I really can't tell a difference. The biggest determining factor for Trav using those weapons is Ismal if he spawns a stone skin. I don't know. He just asked about Ed next. I don't know why. Ed versus Berserker, I'm not sure. You hate Grief Berserker axes or just because of their repair costs? Death has the indestructible mod though, right? So you don't need to worry about that. Emerald.
Impossible.
That's just a crystal sword. Oh, Frenzy. Frenzy, okay. If you want faster run walk boots, why don't you just use... What's wrong with, like, Gore Riders? Gore Riders has faster run walk on it, doesn't it? Look at how many perfect skulls I have, guys. I don't know what to use them on, though. Like, literally, legit, I have over 300 now. 300 and counting. This. I don't know what I'm going to use them on, though. Could reroll diadems again. You run anything players 8 with no issues. Are you talking about Grief? Jail? Reaper's Toll, Mercenary, and Whirlwind Bar, but dual Grief should be able to, yeah, players 8 everything. Both work really well, Rainer. I think that they argue with the weapon. There's a weapon swap, like, IS bug with Frenzy that I think it's argued that Grief Death is actually slightly more damaged, but dual Grief will still work really good for Frenzy Barb. Both of them are the top tier options. Oh, Razor, glad you caught my stream. Nice, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Trying to just get some keys. The only side benefit to doing this really boring... Later, jail. The only side benefit to really boring key grinding is I'm getting lots of Ralph runes for Caster Amulets. I've not made a budget or a GG Frenzy Barb setup yet. That was probably going to be my next budget build video. Frenzy Barb. Right on, Amateur. Did your uncle die from like heart attack or something? Are you using that as motivation to... get in better shape? Going to the gym later, man. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, dude. Later, Boris. Again, thank you for tuning in. Have a good day at work. You got diabetes? What type of diabetes, though? Because there's the one type when it can be fixed through exercise and diet, and the other type is just literally your pancreas doesn't work. Just worked out, now you have Oreos? There's another key. Right on, Tim. Do I even play on Battle.net? A little bit, Hellraiser. Not a lot, though. Just resets and stuff. Right on, dude. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. How is my mouse movement so smooth? All I can tell you is that I use the glide wrapper. I have a video tagger if you want to check it out on my channel. You can completely copy my settings. Other than that, that's all I can really tell you, man. Like, you can just go to that video, download and install glide wrapper if you're not already using it, mimic my settings. Other than that, I don't know what else to tell you. Prismatic amulet. Yeah, that's fuck, what is that? I think it's a magic amulet and then one perfect gem of each type. I think it gives you 15 to 20 all res. Yeah, but yet people still have the audacity to tell him he's doing stuff wrong. Indrik is next level for speedrunning on the Sorceress. Literally next level. The GG Frenzy Barb guide would be... Can't get the Death to Grief work properly. Are you on the Discord, Jack? Honestly, I don't even fully understand the weapon swing bug. I'm sure somebody can help you out. I think it's like you put Death on your main hand and Grief on your offhand. Switched or something like. I forget how it works. I found 2 of them, actually. Got 2 of those. Yeah, I forgot to shut off the D3 message. I just had that because everybody... You play anything other than D2, a lot of people get upset. It's really actually fucking annoying. For me. So I just put that there to tell people I wasn't quitting, and I just haven't shut it off yet. Then you be speedrun D3? I have no idea. Good question. The thing that makes speedrunning really unique for Diablo 2 is that there's so many different factors that can affect a run, where like some other games, it's really just like a little bit of RNG with monster positioning, but there's just so much more that can affect it in D2, like map rolling, the drops that you get, like right off the bat, like Countess stuff, and like little things you can find along the way can make a big difference and make your character stronger. There's so many different factors that affect speedrunning for D2 versus like a little bit of RNG on like monster positioning or monster movement on other games. You can, well, no, see a lot. There's like 3 groups of people. There's people that will watch no matter what I play. There's people that just won't watch if I stream anything other than D2, which is fine. And then there's people that throw their fists up in the air and have a tantrum. There's 3 different types of people, right? So some people just won't tune in, others watch whatever, and then there's the people that throw a tantrum and unsub or freak out that you're not streaming D2. So the first 2 is fine, you just have to deal with the other people.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that, Tiger. Interesting. Does Indrik restart a run if he doesn't get like Tal and Eth right away? Just restarts? I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you probably get to the Countess so quickly that if you lose like 5-10 minutes on trying to get like the runes to make stealth, that I guess makes sense to restart the run. But you think of something stupid like, think if you get first way arcane 3 times in a row, like that's like probably 10 minutes for a speed run, right? Like saved time. You wouldn't, you're the one, yeah, but you don't also spaz, do you? Make you mad? Why don't I stream Facebook Live? I'd stream Mixer before I went Facebook Live. I think it goes Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, and then Facebook last for best streaming platforms. I definitely think YouTube's better than Mixer. Yeah, Indrik is... For the Sorceress and the Assassin, the 2 characters that he plays non-stop, yeah, he's the best. For other characters, he just doesn't run them, but I don't see any reason why he couldn't get really good at like a druid, but... Yeah, exactly. Like that's my point. Is there's 3 types of people, right? There's people that will watch no matter what you play, and there's some people that just they only like to watch what they want to watch, which is fine. I'm not saying I'm entitled to being watched no matter what I play. But then there's also the people that throw a tantrum and cry and make it known in your stream that they're crying that you're not playing the game that they want. That's the people that are frustrating. Everything else, I don't care. But it just is what it is, right? You just have to deal with it. If you don't want to deal with it, don't be a streamer. Pretty much how it is. Reaper's Toll Ozon. Oh, non-Ath Reapers? Have you ever tried running Reaper's Toll Mercenary on a Faith Bozon? It's less melee damage for you, obviously, than using like Pride. And Merc has stupid AI, but having like a level 15 Fanaticism aura and then him having like Fortitude and Ath Reaper's Toll, the Mercenary hits like a fucking truck. It's like a Mack truck, man. And if he has proc of the Decrep aura, it is more damage for you as well. Kind of wanted to like theory craft using Enigma, teleporting on the offhand to like reposition the Mercenary. And then using like Stray for multi-shot. Focuses on one class at a time, trying to be perfect before considering move on. Yeah. The cool thing though is about getting really solid on like map knowledge and whatnot, is that that's applicable to all characters, right? So he can transfer, like, I'm almost convinced that if he practiced the druid, the normal druid, for like extended period of time, that he would set the record for normal and hell. 100% positive. He has like the best inventory management of any speedrunner. He's just fucking unreal. Now it just takes so long to get to.
I can't carry anymore.
I don't think it's really worth keeping Zocha, to be honest. The plus poison damage, it doesn't even apply to the poison javelin skills anyways. The 2 to max damage doesn't really help you either. You're better off getting like Java Skillers for Lightning Fury to boost the damage that way. Or like faster Romok Charms or Res Charms or Life Charms, something like that to make your character stronger. I'm okay with doing playthroughs, but I don't really want to do speedrunning. Just two. I'm gonna keep going with the playthrough idea. I'm gonna finish the Druid and Nightmare and... No worries. worries, dude. Ask away anytime, Zocha. Anytime. No, Justice, I did, I got like 30 plus D keys today. So I just need a couple more hate keys and a couple more terror keys. And then, I have enough to farm like 15 torches. So we're just sucking it up and doing some boring counters and summon runs now. Player, yeah, this is 200 FCR Lightning Sorceress. It's almost unmanageable. Kind of like prefer 105. I find I like over teleport a lot of scenarios. Ian Cassie, no, I've never played. I don't even know what the Technokyo D2 mod is. The only mods I'm aware of is Path of Diablo meeting Excel,
Carry anymore.
the Resurgence mod, / Diablo, and Buggy. Later, Kurt. Yeah, happy holidays to anybody I don't see. Have a good one, buddy. Definitely faster, but yeah, Edward, we're still grinding. Keys, gonna go for a little longer. Might get enough Ralverins to do their cast anime project in January. Thork, those are saying is a stupid question. What is the best player difficulty for finding skillers? I have level 70 plus characters, only 1 and 2 of each. Geez, probably just like if you had top tier gear, it'd just be doing mass monster farming on players 7. Or if you don't have top tier gear, you can do mass farming on like players 3, just killing as many mobs as you can in Chaos Sanctuary AT and identifying every single magic GC that drops. But honestly, just mindless lower Kuros grinding is probably going to be the best option for getting killers. You're just going to drop all kinds of GCs from those super chests. That's kind of the side benefit of doing a couple thousand lower Kuros runs, is you'll get some nice charms along the way. Mr. D, we did the assassin earlier. We're just doing the last little bit of stream here, doing some Countess grinding, trying to get a couple more keys. But I did play this in for the first 3 hours. Yeah, just keep at it, man. Just identify everything that shows up. You can stockpile perfect charms as well, and you can re-roll skillers. Sorry, perfect jewels. You can re-roll skillers as well. Yeah, I think you missed it, buddy. I'm probably only gonna go for another 10 minutes here. Countess key grinding is so boring. Only benefit is getting like Ralverins for crafting. 200 FCR is giving you nausea. It is kind of a lot to, it's a lot to control. Kinda sucks, it's bad for you guys to watch. But I'd rather run Just Fathom and Viper Magi or Oculus and Scholars on a Blizzard Sorceress. It depends. I think that the really good top tier setup for Blizzard Sorceress is 3-piece towels and Aussie for players 1 or players 7 Just Fathom. But usually it's a 3-piece Aussie set. So, alright, usually it's a 3-piece towel set, excuse me. That's usually kind of the go-to MF setup for AT. And then depending on if you're like players 1, 3, 5, or 7, you can run Isted Desfathom for more MF, or you can run an Isted Aussie for more MF, or Isted Desfathom for more damage. For farming AT, I mean, I'd probably say Scalders and Aussie for more MF from those two specific examples. DB, I have Mushroom Mouth every day, man. I always fuck up. Man. Countess sucks today. What is a good budget setup for an Act 2 Mercenary Hell? Treachery, Tails Mask, and Insight is really good. Or Treachery, G-Face, or Treachery and Tails Mask again with Reaper's Toll Mercenary. Those are honestly the top 2 budget mercs. Even like a non-Eth Reaper's Toll, Treachery, and G-Face, if he procs Fade, and he can... No problem, like anything players 1 or 3, he has no problem surviving. Lemon. Nice IO. I think Lem's the highest I've gotten off of the Countess. But I haven't done too many runs today. Trying to get a 5 NATO like Drazen. Can't get it though. Gonna get 5, 6. So 6 more Terra keys, and then 3, 14. A lot more hate keys, though. Tal's Helm or Crown of Thieves? I think that Tal's Helm is better, because that has 15 all res and life leech, where Crown of Thieves is just fire res and life leech. Both work for budget, but if you had to pick between the two, I think Tal's Mass is a bit better. Andrew. Dog Stodo. Thank you so much for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for the sub, brother. Which Act 2 mercenaries should use combat, offensive, defensive auras? Depends on the build, unholy, but the two like most commonly used is Nightmare Offensive for the Might Aura, or Nightmare Defensive for Holy Freeze. Offensive is good. Your mercenary's gonna do a lot more damage. Holy Freeze is nice for crowd control, but then you sacrifice damage. So it's really situational, depends on the character. Some builds you want to avoid Holy Freeze, like running Magic Fighting the Pits. With the Lightning Sorceress, if you use a Holy Freeze mercenary, it's really difficult to distinguish individual champions and boss packs because everything is just blanket blue. But then, with that being said, doing stuff like Bale running, it can be really nice to slow down Wave 5 Lister when it's extra fast. There's pluses and minuses to both, but those are typically the most common. I've never really used the combat one. I don't even know what aura it is in Nightmare. Might be Blessed Aim, but I've never really used it, ever. Countess. Jeffrey, you back? You haven't missed much, man. We got all the D keys we need. Just trying to get a couple Countess keys before the end of stream here. So are you grinding Soul Silver Pokemon? Damn it, still got a ways to go. At least 5, 10, 15, 16 more Ral runes. I kept it, I'll try and roll 5 open sockets in it and use it to make CTA. Just like style points, it's ethereal. It's really the only reason. Have you gotten a 220 on your first try? Man, I've crafted hundreds. I've only got a few 220s. It's super hard to get 220. That's probably my best 220. 220, 23 strength. Doesn't have anything else though. Gonna name her Dubrinsky124. Nice. I'm gonna stream it, Trapsin. Stream it. I'm not gonna identify all the torches though, because I wanted to do like 20 unidentified torches, but I'll kind of like I'll ID every other torch that I get alive. The other ones I'll keep in my stash. Boring legwork. Grinding. Billy, do I use a loot filter? You know the answer to that question. Seriously, dude, when are you gonna set up loot filter? You name your firstborn Dubrinsky? Oh, don't do it. Your wife will hate you. Your kid will hate you too. Billy, just suck it up and use a loot filter, man. Just do it. How much FCR? We're running 200. Schman. This helps me get to the Countess a little bit quicker. It's almost like it is faster, but it's a pain in the ass to roll it. Kid isn't gonna. Hey, if you want to name your firstborn Dubrinsky, go for it. I'm just warning you. Kid might resent you for it. YouTube names are different than IRL names, trust me. Rune! Yeah, we're still live, Martin. Can Hell Mephisto drop Drax? Yes, absolutely, Alex. No problem, he can. Yes, Lemon Pluggy single player. Trapsin, your boss seriously said that? Your boss knows enough DB? That's awesome. Is your boss like D2? That's fucking epic. Just go player 7, Stefan. There's no difference between players 8 and players 3. The drop rates are exactly the same. And just the monsters are harder to kill or do more damage to you. So if you have like Doom Apes in your like in your LK hut or whatever, they're just gonna do more damage to you. So there's honestly no point. It's completely fine running player 7. Gimmies! That's uncalled for, brother. Yep, the patterns are the same, player 7 or players 8, no difference. Only thing that changes the patterns is players 3, 5, or 7. But P7 is still the best. Billy, just get a loot filter, man. Do it. Just go for it, man. He filters out. Yeah, he filters out Omerans. He's tired of CTA, so he just filters them out. That's fucking funny. Who likes D2 more, Mr. Llama or me? I'd say we probably both like it equally. I don't know, how do you prove that you like a game more? I don't know. I think the people that'll still play Diablo 2, like when Diablo 4 drops, I'm going to be doing a lot of D4, right? But I will still play D2. I think that if you see people abandon D2, then you'll really know whether or not they truly love the game, right? Why does D4 have to be so far out, man? Martin, we celebrate on the 25th. Christmas doesn't apply to Canada. Yeah, that's one thing. If Windows updates keeps fucking breaking Diablo 2 further and further. Well, at least it breaks Pluggy further and further. It doesn't break Diablo 2 1.14D, but can't play Pluggy in 1.14. So hopefully the next couple Windows updates don't completely fuck Diablo 2 players. Yeah, compatibility issues like 2 weeks ago due to the updates. Oh shit, you running it in admin mode and all that shit? I haven't had a Windows update for a little bit. The last one completely fucked me. It was crashing my game with Glidewrapper, and I had to completely uninstall and reinstall it. But that solved the problem for me. It's just a royal pain in the dick. Deal with it. What were you hoping for, Martin? 3 to fire skills or something? I think you want to do it Windows XP. Service Pack 3, not Windows 7. That might have been your issue. I always go Windows Service Pack 3, the XP compatibility mode. I've never used the Windows 7. You just got a double key job, Chris? I was bringing in D keys like crazy. Kind of stopped on the Countess though. Kopi, come back, man. It's super easy to get your D2 set up again. Do it. Oh, you're still on Windows 7? For a long time? Kopi, come back. Pineapple. I hate pineapple. At least on pizza I do. Sorry, I don't hate it in general. Oh, Countess running. Fucking boring. Love your vids, brah. Started G2 because of that. Right on, Grace Bomb. Appreciate it, man. It means a lot to hear that. Thank you. Yeah, we're 200 FCR. Who sees? The fastest way to run the Countess. I think this setup is the best for farming Countess and Summoner. Why don't I slow down a little bit? Rainer, you you instantly got the loot filter? It's a godsend, man. I really like it. I tried to keep the settings as close to like vanilla as I could get, just filtering out some of the shit you never pick up. But it's I want to run a filter setting that's like really aggressive for farming Travinkle, just to filters out everything except for, because even with, I rolled like a map where they're all in the balcony, and even with the loot filter settings, it was still hard for me to figure everything out, like to see where everything was. I wanted to entirely filter out all blues. Any hobbies outside of streaming? My dogs. That's about it. I don't. Dogs, hanging out with friends. Most of my free time is put into streaming and video editing. Do you think they ever make a D2 remaster? I don't think so. I don't think they need to either. I mean, maybe they will. You never know. Yeah, you can't. This is a. Don't use the loot filter on Battle.net, or don't try to. It's. You're gonna get in trouble doing it on Battle.net for sure. Yeah, it's nice for LK too, for sure. Video, yeah, I use Premiere Pro. No, I'm not a full-time streamer. I do this part-time. I don't make enough an income to be a full-time streamer. You're always worried you missed a high rune runner? Yeah. That's the beauty of the loot filter, is you have more confidence that you don't miss shit. You don't want to miss a win force like DB. Sad, sad day for DB. Just stop by for a minute. Merry Christmas. Right on, Simon. Appreciate it, man. Same to you. Same to everybody in chat, by the way. You guys have a wicked holiday. Safe holiday. Spend some time with some family. You can highly recommend the Cyberlink Power Director over Adobe Premiere Pro. Honestly, it took me so long to get, like, first of all, I don't even scratch the surface of like the potential of Adobe. There's that, and then also I spent so long getting accustomed to it that I really don't want to switch. So that's cool that like you recommend Cyberlink. Like I didn't. Really, Premiere Pro is just kind of the one that I was drawn to right away. But just the fact that I don't want to relearn a new editing program, and for what I do, Premiere Pro is fine. I don't really have the desire to switch. Yeah, there's an extra fast hotkey to with the loot filter. You just control and you right click, and it drops stuff from the cube directly. It's something specifically that the loot filter allows you to do. What is more efficient in the pits? Singer or Zerker? Zerker is better, Jermomi, but the nice advantage to a Singer Barb is, at least my experience, is Singer Barb's like right there. Top tier gear, you're talking like almost 700 MF with the Singer versus like, you know, upwards to just close to 800 with the Pit Zerker. But the advantage of the Pit Singer is it's easier to play at a high-end efficiency over a longer period of time. I find that after about 2 hours, my gameplay starts to go down with the Pit Singer, or sorry, with the Pit Zerker, because there's so much going on, right? Like Telestomp, Howl, Berserk, and then even if you go into like switching again to your offhand, working, like there's a lot going on with the build. You're constantly slamming your juves too from taking damage. But the Pit Singer is just Telestomp, Howl, and you just spam Warcry. You just sit there spamming Warcry while your mercenary gets the kill, so it's easier to play at a high level for a longer period of time. So I actually prefer the Pit Singer out of the two. Adrian Block, should you donate $100? You absolutely don't have to, man. At the same time, I'm not going to stop you if you do. It all just gets some funneled back into the stream. Better equipment, better video editing stuff. Gonna take a nap, Hellraiser? I'm just about done anyways. I'm gonna go for... I'm probably just gonna do 5 more runs. 5 more runs after this one, and that's gonna be it for me. Don't all this shouting get tedious over time? I do lose my voice a little bit because I specifically talk a little bit louder into the mic, but I don't really shout. I have a gain set on my microphone so that I try to minimize the amount of key slapping that you guys hear, because from my perspective, watching somebody else stream, constantly slapping the keys is super annoying for me, so I much prefer to try and filter that shit out. So I have a noise gate set up for that, but it means I need to talk louder into my microphone than normal to trip it. Oh, you're talking... Oh, the shit. Talking about the pit singer. Oh. The sound gets annoying. The gameplay, I don't think gets annoying. So you can just shut the sound off if you want to, or turn it down. But in terms of actually playing it, it doesn't get tedious. It's more just the noise gets tedious. Okay, 4 more runs. Guys, can we get a few more likes on the stream before we call it a day? Ian, Cassie, there's a lot of reasons why I don't think it'd need to. There's a lot of reasons, like they lost the source coding, they'd have to start from scratch, stuff to do with the 800 by 600 tile layout for Monster AI, like there's a lot of things you have to take into consider. It's not like they can reskin the game, it's just whether or not it'll feel and act like Diablo 2, and whether or not it's worth their time, profit-wise. Defo, any noteworthy drops? I found a 15-2 phase blade. Other than that, fucking nothing. Adrian, you can donate as much as you want, man. It's totally up to you. Totally up to you. But I'm gonna be ending stream here in 5 minutes. You can up Lenimo, but you just get more defense and more belt slots. You get more potion slots to hold belts, but you don't get like additional stats. You can't like up a Lenimo into... Like you can't up a Lenimo into an Arachnid Smash. If that makes sense. And you can make... You can make a Spiderweb Sash Lenimo. Up to you, Adrian. Up to you. Three more runs. Michael, what's going on, buddy? Good evening, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well, man. Remember, you gotta keep all that information in your head, Graves Robber, and then you need to play at the same time and answer people's questions and not mess up the answer. So yes, bit of a bitch sometimes. How the drops been today, Ultrabald? Okay at best. Got like 5 terror keys, got like 30 destruction keys, and I got a 15 2-phase blade, which is pretty sweet. That's like gonna be my last wish base.
The Sisterhood welcomes you.
I've done that before, Rainer. I have. Just trying to target Countess keys only, and try and get some raw runes for crafting material. Best place to farm Istrunes, Hell Countess. That includes direct drop and cubing up to. LK is good for like Vex, Ohm, Sir, Burr and stuff for cubing, but anything Ist and below, I think Hell Countess is the way to go. And last Tal's last Countess run. Long way, you're online now? Right on, dude. I'm just getting ready to close off stream. Yeah, no, it's a good route when you want to farm both Renner, for sure. I actually like doing the other way, doing Countess and Summoner last. And then, because I just use TP scrolls to go from